Thanks for the sub.
Nah, dickhead!
A_Gora just resubbed for 8 months. What's up, Flax?
Nah, dickhead!
One True Kid B just resubbed for 4 months. In-house hype.
Oh, I think Notch and Naneska cast in this, actually. I don't have anyone to cast with. No one wanted to do it. Apollo? I have never seen this map. I have no idea. It looks like it's meant to be a space center. Yep. Missile control. No one cock. I think that the lads that I normally cast it with got sick of doing it because of how awful the games are. Cock, can you cast CS with me? Do you not have the lobby? Get in here, buddy. I need a Cocons. I don't know where S Beth is. I cast with the Pyrion. Riley. Hello?
This should go well.
Yeah, mate, it's gonna be classic. I have no idea about this map. I'll be back in a sec.
Right, I'm ready to launch in 20 seconds. Just gotta update real quick. What a fucking disaster this is gonna be. I do not have the stream up, so I can't read chat, unfortunately. I saw Lloyd.
Do you need the lobby?
I do. I just got it from Luke.
Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sarah's dad's birthday? Oh, cool. Okay. Are you playing in one of these?
No.
You're
I
not?
don't play CS anymore.
Oh.
Too bad at it. Nah, it just makes me stressed.
You fitted right in, mate, with the lads.
Dude, I don't play in the Inhouse. You just shout at me for like an hour.
In CS?
Well, in any Inhouse.
Not in the Dota.
Well, that's...
No offense, but who in the in-houses is good enough to shout at you? They're all terrible.
No, I mean you and Ashwin and Plague.
Oh, you mean the casting?
Yeah. You just kind of roast me for
we roast everybody. You're all dreadful.
What the fuck is this map?
I have never seen it before.
Alright, I'm in.
Okay.
Is it Z?
Yeah, just tap Z once and just sit back.
Are you on Jesper?
No, I'm on 85.
Reg? Oh shit, okay.
Wait, let me try it now. Alright, I've pressed it. I'm on Juska, now Jesper.
Yeah.
And he's about to... He's killed 80 fire.
I don't know anything about this map or where
Me
this
neither.
map's at.
It
Is
looks
this
like a hostage map.
hostage. Okay, cool.
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit, he's popping off. The double.
Oh, this is the first round! Sorry, I thought it was still the warm-up. Oh, round 1. Well, woof!
An ace for
That's an
Jasper.
ace! Round 1 ace!
First round!
Wowzers!
Well, it can only go down from here, to be honest.
You'd assume so. The man is 5-0. What a remarkable victory.
2 people with 1 bullet.
That was ridiculous.
What the fuck is going
An
on?
ace and a colat in the same round, and it was round 1. Rhino is aft. I've never seen Rhino play CS, I don't think. I think Rhino must be new. I've played a lot of Hell Let Loose with Rhino, but I don't think I've ever seen him play CS. Can't remember if he's played in them before or not.
I think I may have seen him before, but I might be wrong. They're coming up a ramp.
Oh, he did the reload! Oh, it's all over.
A Call of Duty reload. Unacceptable.
Cock, can you not flame them, please? You just told me that
Mao?
you don't like it when you get flamed in these games. Grab that hostage!
Why are we playing a hostage round?
Because, I don't know, the lads voted for it. I guess it's actually pretty even, because if none of them know how to play it, it works out, right?
Yeah.
Oof! 1v1. Rhino versus Saucy Polar Bear.
They're pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I don't know if Rhino realizes that he needs to stop Saucy getting on this hostage.
So what are they meant to do with the hostages? Just bring them... Oh,
Ah!
bit of gunplay.
They have to take
Headshot
the
for-
hostage back to the pickup zone, which will be the bit on the map with a green box around it, I think. The one at the bottom of the
Right.
map.
So there's 2 hostages.
There are
They
2
just have
hostages.
to get 1?
I think if you get a hostage, that counts as a W. Yeah. And I believe if you get both, you get loads of money. I think that's right. That's 1 round apiece. I thought that was round 3. So, my bad. Rhino just rocking a Glock. Because they lost that round. They are broke. They full bought.
He does have armor.
He does have armor and a Glock. I think he should have squeezed a Mac 10 or something out. Flashbang. Blinds a teammate almost. Oh! There's 1 kill.
Oops.
That's opened it up.
From behind the
Mateus
side.
hiding in the side with a shotgun. Gets 1. No sound on that shotgun. That was silenced for me.
Was it? I had sound there.
It made no sound.
Sometimes it does that.
3-2. Sorry, 3-4.
Destination, the moon.
Oh, that's evened it up. Oh! It's 2-2. 2v2. Reg just utterly useless. Switches to the Glock and gets the job done. Well done, Jisk.
Jisk? Is that what we're calling him?
Jisk. How would you pronounce it?
Jesky?
I would say Jisk.
I'll go with Jisk.
Jisk. This is Rhino's first ever game. If I had
not
2
good.
bullets, I'd shoot Sir Reg twice, says Bean.
Is it genuinely Rhino's first game?
Apparently
He's got 2
so.
kills.
Well, he does play shooters, and he's pretty decent at Hell Let Loose, to be honest with you. Like, we play it pretty well, and he does well in those. So it doesn't surprise me, especially given that, honestly, if I was introducing someone to CS, this is the group of players I would want them to play against, because
Of course.
hopefully they're friendly. I know they're bad, and you're not going to be surprised by any goofy stuff. They're just going to run at you and miss a lot of shots. Uh-oh.
2
Rhino
kills
on
and
the
we don't
flank
have to
now.
look
Oh my good heavens. The cover there. 4v2. Up 4v3. Sorry, 2v3. They've got one of the hostages and they are leaving. Go, men. Reg, get there. Yes. Yes, Reg. Gets 1. Doesn't get the hostage carrier. He's out. They got the kills. What time is it there, Mr. Riley? 5 o'clock?
It is 3:17.
Oh, so you're on the west coast.
I'm on the East Coast, but we're 6 hours behind. Or ahead, or yeah, behind. Sometimes it's 5 hours, sometimes it's 6, depending on.
Well, if it's 3, then it must be 5, because it's 8:17 here.
Then we're 5 hours
Okay.
behind or ahead or whatever. I don't know. Matthias, a lucky smoke.
I don't know what that was.
Just a bit of luck, you know? Give you good luck before the round.
Ah. When you guys are playing in these, how much chat is there?
There's quite a bit of chat. I try to chat a lot
Hmm.
because I don't really give a shit about the game. But some people take it very seriously.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Not very many, though.
You don't have to name any names. I'm just curious that people take these games seriously. Jumping Jesper! Jumping Bean Jesper got a kill! The jump worked! Here comes around the back approach!
Get them both.
You died to Reg! You died to Reg! In game 3, we have some laughs and comms, says Casby, and Matt agrees it's fairly chill.
I don't remember the last time I played in a CS in-house. It must have been the first time we got Spiff in. I think
I remember you playing on
that.
Nuke, I'm fairly sure.
Maybe. I'm not
I remember that. I think you and Sarah were on the same team on Nuke. I could be wrong. I do have distinct memory. So you don't play in the Dota in-houses anymore either?
No, I don't.
Because of our commentary?
Well, it's because of... Oh, got a 1 kill for Jesper. 2 kills for Jesper.
Oof.
No. Couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't play in the in any in-house because it's not just you, but also chat, just like being toxic. I just can't stand it. Just
Okay,
tilts me.
dude. I'm very sad to hear that. Because it's one of my favorite things is watching you guys in the in-houses.
Jessica getting a little pick off.
The Nuke game was the bad game. You were raging about it all night, says Ashwin. Did you hear that, Ashwin? That the cock has quit the in-houses because he can't stand how toxic probably me is and chat. I'm appalled. I didn't realize that there was a real-world effect to the stupid shit that we say about the god-awful in-houses.
Well, to be
Have
fair,
you watched them?
I watch them sometimes.
Have you seen the kind of Dota and the kind of things that we see? Do you know what it's like, Cock? Is there anything, any particular skills you've got? Like, let's say you're amazing at woodworking, or you're really good at maths or something like that.
I'm certainly not good at math, so let's just go with woodworking.
So okay, so you're really good at woodworking, and every week you put on essentially a course where people do their woodworking, show you what they've come up with, and you and a couple of people who are even better at woodworking than you comment on people's woodworking skills. And you offer advice about the kind of wood that they might want to work with and the kind of tools they might want to get and projects that would be interesting. And every week they ignore all of that, despite definitely watching the video, and they produce the same bad woodworking every single week.
Yeah, okay, I see how that might be.
You understand from our perspective, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
So the reason that, I mean, certain people have abandoned casting the in-houses because they just can't bring themselves to do it. You need to be in a decent mood to do it because otherwise you feel you are going to get very angry. It is like that because the whole point of them initially was we'll get some new players in and we'll watch their games for our amusement and also hopefully so they can get a little better. But instead, they ignore all of that and do the same stupid shit week in, week out. So if we get toxic or angry, it's quite hard work casting the game sometimes when you think it's already taken us half an hour to get here because we had to restart and the draft took forever. Then the game is very slow to get started. We had a few good fights, and now one team has a 35k gold lead, and they decided to go and farm the jungle after wiping the enemy team. So it is easy to get frustrated because I think as well we know that we could be in this game. That's how I always think of it. Is I play morning dotes, and a lot of the people I see in these stacks I play morning dotes with, and I think that's why we never win a team fight because people are massively underfarmed. They do not cast their spells. Their positioning is awful, and they just run around like headless chickens. And it's when you watch it from afar without having to focus on your own hero, it's a fascinating insight
obvious,
into the
yeah.
goon mind. Oh, that's one kill.
I have no idea how this map works.
It looks like neither do the T's.
Yeah, there's like 3 different entrances to this, I guess, site? Hostage?
I mean, you
pit?
should
I don't
have
know.
multiple entrances to the site. I think the issue is that very little
just don't
utility
know
is
them.
being used. I don't think I've seen many mollies. The lads all seem to be holding ambush angles and attempting to just surprise the enemy. But really, the timer is on them. I think if I would love to see some mollies purchased by the T's. I would also love to see an eco round come out of them from time to time, but that is not
Yeah,
a
there's
part of their lexicon. They are force buying, no armor, real guns.
I think Jessica might be a little too good for this this game.
Jesper or Jeske?
Jessica.
Oh, he has 17 kills. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah.
A goodie is alright every once in a while.
Is there a
Against
rank limit for
someone
this?
who's-
Absolutely, there's a rank limit. There are 4 games of this evening. I will be casting 3. The 4th is the very dull, could be just an average game of CSGO, quote-unquote, goodies game, which is where you get Deece players who would probably be, at the very least, you know, upper gold novas into whatever the one above that is, the AKs.
Quite a lot of utility usage here. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
3 mates,
that
1
makes
guy?
a change. Lots of utility for the CTs here.
Ned,
The lads are just holding these
Carnival Solar
angles.
Harley just resubbed for 8
Very
months.
strange
In the
angles.
words of Bot
I mean, I
Marky,
don't know
he's
the
loving the
angles,
cringe Eggman Pyrion J Flax.
just
The
see
baldy
them
bald
everywhere.
bald Eggman.
Ah, Marky the bot.
Oh dear, Daniel. Oh,
Do you,
dear
do you
Daniel.
like the Markov bot, Cock?
I haven't really interacted with him very much, but
It
he
has a
did
lot to say
that-
about your lone druid.
I think that's LDC though.
Yeah, but it's just funny because it keeps saying Cock lone druid. That's why when I said, "Are you going to play lone druid?" and you were like, "What? I've never played lone druid ever." I was like, "But the bot says you have."
Yeah, he talks a lot about my.
Talks a
lane,
lot of
I
shit.
suppose. He did say this morning that we need to turn all the lads to the left, so that's certainly something.
So Juski is on 20 kills and 5 deaths. That ain't great. That's not working out well. I will say this. The rest of the spread is fine. 85 has 1 kill and 7 deaths. I think Jesper, the problem is they're losing these rounds so hard. But they obviously don't know the map. I would assume the CTs also don't know the map, and Juski is just shooting lads better than the team is shooting him. I mean, they are kind of just standing there, which, you know.
Reds just ran in and got shot by Jessica.
Yeah, they have there's no plan. I don't think they know what to do. This map looks awful. Look at that shuttle, though. Look at that shuttle.
I like the theme, and the set is very cool. Oh Jesus,
Oof.
Matthias. I mean,
Like an
Great
old man
utility usage.
blinded by the sun. Oh my
oh
god.
Rocket just cleaned up. Yeah, I
So
love the set.
they don't seem to be able to hold any angles, because if anyone peeks them, it's like they're going to lose that duel. And I think one of the reasons is that they don't have good guns, and they keep force buying to the point where every time there's a duel, you have to be first and you have to headshot them, because if it comes to a trade and you've got an SMG and they've got an M4, you're going to lose. So yeah, the lads are very seriously struggling, but they're still forcing. This is, I would say, something that, again, Cock, to give you an example, every single week we say the same thing. If you can't full buy and you've lost a couple of rounds in a row, eco, try and do a pistol round, get as much money as you can with a couple of pistol kills, and then just, you know, rush them or do something unexpected. That's the whole point of the eco, is it saves you money, catches them by surprise. Like he's going to lose that duel every time. So the money he
Yeah.
spent is just wasted. That's nice for Mateus. The shotgun makes no sound for me, interestingly.
Yeah, it didn't make any sound there for me either.
It
I
must
think
be
it's
one of those
just
NASA shotguns. No! He fancies the shotgun over the orc.
I don't like that play, but
See, Rhino's gun is poking out. Poor Rhino. They're going to go for the hostage pickup. It's Daniel V.
oh, the thing is okay, better. The camera when they pick up the hostage is super jank.
Yes, that's it. People were saying, does LDC stand for Lone Druid Cock?
It must do, right?
That's what they were saying.
So they're just gonna get the hostage here and just run away with it. I don't think we've actually seen this yet. Oh, I hope they don't kill him because I want to see what happens with the hostage. Nope, the round's just over. I got a little radio message. Hostage has been rescued.
Yes, indeed.
Does that? I guess that just gives.
That means they got the hostage out and they get a shitload of money. I mean, they are all incredibly wealthy.
Holy shit, they are very rich.
The AWP is coming out for Mateus. Why are they doing this? An AWP supported by 2 Galils, 1 AK, and Daniel is on a Glock. Well, maybe the AWP is going to be...
To be honest.
They're alright. I would still favour an AK. If you find you're not getting kills with it. They've gone 4 Negevs and an AUG, though, so there is hope.
But they're running into him.
They are indeed just running into them. Here's Mateus with his AWP. He's in trouble now. There's one.
Don't move when you're firing the Negev. I mean, oh, the John Woo dudes.
Okay.
Look at those.
Okay. Jusky should not be in this game. He ran out of bullets. That's the only reason they beat him. Reg versus... No, Reg!
Oh, no. Got the laser beam going. Jessica has 26 kills.
All right. Well, if it's their first week playing, which I assume it is, you know, they're gonna have to. Apparently, he's silver 1. Is that what he said, LDC? You're a trusting lad.
That makes me global elite.
I mean, these lads are god awful. I would love to play in one of these games and see if I'm any good compared to what I think I am. Like, I could imagine finishing on like 8 kills and 17 deaths and being really, really sad. I would hope I would do better than that.
I think you'd do pretty okay. Maybe not just...
You can see the bullets, 85! You can see them!
I can't believe Daniel got that kill. He had no right to get that kill.
I would say number 1 thing that you lads need to work on is when you are shooting, don't be moving. Don't be moving when shooting. There's a lot of running about while shooting. Oh my good god.
Yeah, not much to say about that one.
This is just a whipping.
Rhino's not done bad. He got 2 kills in the first round, and then he's gotten 1 in the last 13.
Cock, he has the lowest kills in the game.
It's his first game. If he got, he got 1. I'd be happy with that. He's gotten more than 1.
I would say he's probably thinking, this game is not for me. Like, I almost guarantee you that is what Rhino is saying. The thing is with CSGO is it really isn't like other shooters.
Lightning 01 just resubbed for
Like, it's
22
not
months.
like you can pick up other shooters and the guns and everything behave in a way that's predictable. In CSGO, it's not really like that at all. The value of headshots is so strong. The nature of the spray is so particular. And the maps are so closed and small compared to what you might be used to. If he had not been moving there, that's 2 kills. Look at this dancing around.
Jesus
it's not Apex
Christ.
fucking Legends, lads.
Oh, I knew he was coming.
He did. I mean, for a silver 1, I'm not being funny. I think most of these lads are around that same rank, so... To say, oh, he's a silver 1, isn't that the lowest rank there is?
Yeah, it is.
So that's bullshit, Luke.
I think he lied to you.
Luke, can you just
Say it.
boot him forever from these in-houses, please? Because this can fucking do one. I'm not having people lying about their ranks to get into this game just to suck themselves off about how good they are. Lads on 30 kills.
Yeah, you know what, Jessica? If you watch this back, fuck you. That's all I have to say about that.
There you go. You made Riley unhappy. Honestly, if you've got nothing better to do on a Saturday night than this, have a look at yourself, son. That's a hell of a nade.
Rhino got another kill though. Good on him. Daniel with another kill. They are just running at them with Negevs. It's not.
I mean, you guys say he's not doing anything special. He looks like a god compared to these goons. You understand? Like, you understand that the level of play in this is like copper -5. And in comes him, and he's in any way competent. He's already far ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to do anything
it's all very
special.
well saying he's not doing anything special. It doesn't really matter. Well, it's a pasting. We are having real trouble balancing these games. But if you took him out of the equation, you'd have a pretty balanced game. Look at the kill scores. It would be pretty even. If it just wasn't for this one guy.
AFK?
Tell him to fuck off. Tell him he can only use pistols. And no deagle.
Can they see that? They can't see that, can they?
They cannot.
Okay. Well, it was worth a try.
I'm gonna watch him because I'm suspicious. His gun is very low. His aim point is incredibly low. I will say that.
I'm watching him as well. The detective team's on it.
You know what I will say this is he might play a lot of CS:GO and be silver 1. But if you play a lot of CS:GO, even if your rank is terrible and you're playing against other regular players, you're going to suck. But these lads, as far as I can tell, only play when it's the in-houses.
He only got one that round, but he did just kind of run at him with a pistol. So.
Luke, can you tell him he can only use pistols and we might have a semi-even second half? No deagles. Because otherwise this is over, dude. He's not smurfing according to Luke, he's a mate of Luke's.
I mean, this is shocking. My CSTV or whatever it's called is just not working.
You gotta press Z again. At the bottom middle, if it shows up, press Z to turn on auto director. If that's showing up, it means you haven't pressed it.
Oh yeah, it says my radio button, but I don't know what the fuck that's bound to.
I think he just obviously plays CS:GO more than these lads, who are bloody awful. Here it comes. I think he's just gonna walk it in there. Oh!
God.
Luke went in. Let's see. What does he buy? He's on a pistol only.
Okay. I don't. It's
Good lad.
13-3. But
Yeah, but you know.
we might see a true test of skill for Jumpy Bean. Is that what their team name is?
That's just Sir Reg.
Yeah, but it's also Jumpy.
But he's called the jumping bean because I called him that. I think on the first round of in-houses. Another reload from Reg
stop
after
jumping.
3 bullets fired. His whole strat was that every time he saw an enemy, he would jump. And I think his plan was to make it hard to hit me and also to distract them. But it just meant he never shot anyone. He died
distract.
over and over again.
To distract them.
Don't peek the Negev, lads. Don't peek the Negev. It's really simple.
Rhino, another kill.
Look at
Right
this.
on him.
They're looking. So yeah, I think if I remember rightly, it was Inferno. No, it was Mirage. I think it was one of the first times that Reg had ever played, and every single time in a gunfight, he was jumping around like crazy, and I think I called him a jumping bean or a jumpy bean, and so he's changed his name to that, something like that.
Jumpy Bean. I see.
No, it's not just his fault at all. Apparently, if he is actually silver 1. These lads are some rank, magical rank below that Gabe has yet to fucking come up with. I honestly thought there
Bronze.
should have been a bronze.
Yeah.
Well, what's an even shitter metal than bronze? Something
Stainless
that has
steel.
no value whatsoever. Stainless steel's useful. I want a metal that's literally useless.
Like copper when it goes green, like rust.
Rust.
Just get a rust metal. Yeah, I'm rust too.
Rust 2. Tin is useful. These are useful. There must be a metal out there that's just shit and no one's found a use for it.
Beryllium?
What about the beryllium sphere? That's what they
don't
use
know.
to power the ship in Galaxy Quest.
That's such a nerdy thing to say. Hold on. I'm just gonna Google useless metal.
Zinc is shit. What are you talking about? Don't you remember that episode of The Simpsons? You could live in a world without zinc, Jimmy. Zinc! Zinc!
Mining.com. Here we go. What is the world's most useless element? It's not a metal, is it? Thulium. Apparently. I don't know what that means.
Osmium is super expensive. Tungsten? What about tungsten carbide? Something or other. I'm sure tungsten's useful. Dr. Jonas claims all metals are useful.
Apparently thulium is not very...
That sounds wank.
Hey! It is atomic number 69.
Hey! Well then it's a very good metal.
It's a lot of math on that Wikipedia page that I don't understand.
Oh my days.
Poor Rhino.
Technetium is highly radioactive and unstable. Perfect. Strontium literally translates to shittium in Dutch. Good heavens. Here we go! Depleted uranium.
Yeah, but I
that
mean,
sounds good because
we're
it's
losing-
toxic and unpleasant. No one wants to be around it. It's useless. Like it's basically lost its utility. And you'd like to bury it underground and forget about it. I think depleted uranium rank would be a good one for these lads.
Yeah, so like what? Global Elite Diamond or whatever the hell it is.
LEM.
Gold,
And then you've
silver,
got golds.
uranium.
Depleted uranium.
They've got 3 P90s, which I love.
I like this. They're just GAN.
Oh, the fire in line from Crazy Ivan.
Yeah, but just
Utility?
molly him and wait. Just is on a flanking trip. Oh, again with the slow peek into the Negev. Amazing. Just amazing. Stop slow peeking the machine guns. Jusky's got to ditch that P90.
Or at least only hold the pistol. If
He's
he,
got
if he-
to ditch it.
If he fires with
Shocking.
it, I think that's unfair. If he holds it, I don't. I mean, it's not the end of the world. He's got his pistol out. Fine.
Now they slow peek the machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. They love that corner, the lads do. They really do. 4-3. T's
To be
taking
fair.
control of this game.
If you are just a better player, then it doesn't matter what gun you use.
I mean, it gives the lads a chance, I think, if you've only got a
little
Glock,
bit, but
as opposed to running in with an AK or something and just banging them in the dome. But here,
A lot
all
of
of the mouths. So
shit goes
if you
into
look,
those.
Riley, if you look where their aim point is for most of these lads is tragically low.
it's always that polar bear. His is alright. He's aiming at the.
Well,
shoulders.
look. This is low. This is
But
all
look at
low.
80
All of these
fire
guys are aiming at the ground. I think it's because when you're running, you don't want to have your crosshair in your line of sight because you feel like you're going to bump into it. That's the natural instinct that people have. Is they feel like they want it clear so they can see where they're going. It's vitally important you have it at headshot level. So take the moment, take the time. You see where his crosshair is now on Rhino.
Yeah.
That's where you want it all the time. So you almost
gonna-
want to feel like when you're running along, I try to do this in Tarkov, almost feel like you're tilting up and you're going to fall backwards. That's just about high enough that the sensation is right. But the instinct is to tip it low Because when you're walking, you tend to lean forward. You don't lean back. So people tend to dip their mouse down as an instinct. But you've got to get into the hang of keeping it up. So right there, when he's just aiming at a point, aim up. Just aim for the head. And here, see how low? He had to drag it all the way up his body. If he'd had a better player there, would have headshot him. Because you know when you've played with Uscock and the lad comes around the corner and just goes BANG! And you're like, what the fuck? That's because they were at headshot level and they're ready.
Right. You just aim up.
They just aim. They come around the corner and they see you and they click bang and that's it. That's your head. They're pulling it back.
Oh, he stops the hostage. Daniel Dwight. This is such a weird camera angle. Jesus Christ. Is it really buggy for you too?
Yeah, when it has the hostage. Yeah. Oh, they did it!
You got him in.
I love just putting the hostage in the car park means he's fine. So presumably they're just like, our mission was to deliver you to the car park. Find your way to your vehicle, sir. Good luck. So even if the CTs die doing that, and the terrorist is going to be like, foiled! And just go back in. Look at that, people running with their knife out. What is this advanced play that some of them are engaged in? Ouch. That's a good nade.
They have nobody looking behind though, so presumably one could just run around and... Oh, I take it back. Rhino was looking back.
Oh my god, the lineup. Oh.
Daniel gets him.
2v1.
And all he's got to do is run to the car park. But Rocket...
So there's one hostage on this map, just one.
I think there's...
I only saw one. I only ever see that one.
Yeah, but on the map, on the mini-map, there's 2 hostage symbols. I think they just only go for one, because that's the only one they know.
Oof. Rocket Man got fucked up there. Rhino's on full health. Can he do the job?
He only needs 1 bullet.
It's Rhino to save the day. He's shitting his pants right now. The poor lad's only got 8 kills. Actually, he's recovered well. He's got 8 kills.
I reckon he can do it. He's learned the game. He's figured it out.
Oh no. Oh no. He had no idea where that shot was coming from.
I didn't either. He's behind the register.
But he looked behind him.
Okay, that's pretty criminal. It's his first game though.
It's his first day.
Nearly everybody with the Harry 10. I'd love to see everybody get the Harry 10, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, this is the last round, so it is possible.
The CTs win.
If the CTs get 2 kills apiece, and 85 somehow kills 3 of the CTs, it's possible.
I mean, fuck me. How isn't one of them dead there?
They got him, but at what cost? The lad's just spectating this gunfight!
4v2, yeah, I mean, you could potentially see a Harry 10 here.
Mateus needs 1 kill for the Harry 10.
They've gone for the other hostage.
It's 3v1.
Oh, you see him?
They got him.
Reginald on it.
So, Mateus is on for the 10. Gets the H10, the has 10. He just needs ein kill. Rhino needs to pick up a couple. 85, who's played in these pretty much every week. Still dreadful. I do think most of the lads only play these in the in-houses. That's the only assumption I can come to, really.
Yeah. I see a lot of people playing CS in the Discord, but
Really?
not these guys. Yeah, it's a lot of names I don't recognize.
Hmm. Oh yes, you're right. There is the other hostage. Who they could just get and go right now. Yeah.
Looks like Daniel's trying that.
Who is the co-caster? It's the one and only Riley, aka Cock Wobblemeister.
Who asked that?
Margrave Tech. Shocking question.
What's up, Margrave?
Oh my god, a disaster for CTs.
Yeah,
It
things
is
seem
Sir
to be
Reg
behind.
versus 3. I don't fancy these odds. Reggie?
Ooh.
Dead.
GG.
And that's that.
Or something like that.
Game. Well, it is what it is. Office, please no.
I think it's just like a
Auto.
we're gonna have to back out, yeah, and then remake it. Is that what they do?
Am I ever going to play CS again? Not now that I've found my love Tarkov. My ex-wife CSGO, I'm still in contact with her, but only every other weekend. My main squeeze now is Tarkov. Lost connection because the server has shut down. I think I need to close display capture for a second, then try to reconnect, if I remember rightly.
I think is that what we do?
So yeah, just reconnect now. Cool.
Okay. I googled the mining element metal thing, and now I've got an ad for the Canadian Mining Journal.
Oh, I bet that's fascinating.
It looks decent actually. Lots of pictures of caves and stuff.
Oh, think of the metals and rare earth elements you could find in those, Cock.
You know what? I was gonna get a Geiger counter
What
and
for?
go around, because a lot of antiques, like especially antique clocks, are painted with radium.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go try to find some radium.
why do you need radium? This is the FBI.
just for stuff.
Hmm.
No, I just think it's cool to have a radium clock.
To have
Apparently it's, like, not that
radioactivity
dangerous.
next to you 24 hours a day.
Yeah, it's not that dangerous.
It's not that dangerous. Presumably it does have some danger then.
Well, I mean, it's radioactive. So
Hmm.
yeah, probably.
Ugh.
If I sign up to 6 months of the Canadian Mining Journal, I get another 2 months free. It's a hell of a deal.
Do it.
I could get that one, or I could get the Northern Miner, which is a competing mining journal for Canada, apparently.
The mining journal for Canada. Also, I appear to have been
Mining News and
booted again
Intelligence
to the
since
main
1952.
menu. Have you been booted as well?
No, I'm waiting for broadcast to start. Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
Bot Kevin.
Dust 2, okay. I'm coming into Dust 2.
Nah, dickhead!
Munch Munchy just resubbed for 30 months. I work on a nuclear site.
You work on a nuclear site. Congratulations. Why didn't you add more to that, telling us about the dangers of radium?
Did you hear about that kid who back in the 90s he was like a Boy Scout and he made a nuclear reactor in his backyard?
I think I did. Yeah, it was like a very small one, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
but it did
It was,
work.
like, made of tinfoil.
Yeah.
Tinfoil and like shit. What a hero.
You're a big fan of people making radioactive devices in their back garden.
I think if you can do it, I don't see what the problem is.
Really?
if you're smart enough to make a nuclear reactor, you're probably smart enough to be safe with it.
That's... we have laws against this kind of thing precisely to stop people from having dangerous nuclear reactors in their back garden. And there's plenty of examples of people who are very clever doing ridiculously stupid things that endanger other people. What's wrong with you?
Just like nuclear reactors.
Look at Ludovicus's skin. This is some tryhard shit.
He looks like he's out of Fortnite. What is that? Emergency Jazz Hands. Is he like a CS:GO main? I haven't seen him do anything else.
I haven't heard him in Dota either, no.
I'm not sure how to... Do we just wait for them to go up? Or load in or whatever?
Yeah, we just chill. And it can take a few minutes. This is why I didn't start the stream until they'd all loaded in. But
That's
a good policy, because otherwise we were waiting for like 15 minutes sometimes, because people are like, they can't enter the code, and somehow they've forgotten what their console button is. They need to restart and rebind it and all that kind of crap.
Yeah. At least, I mean, I suppose it's the same with Dota, except it's just not on a loading screen.
Yeah.
Where are the boys today? Where's Ashwin and
Ashwin's never cast the Inhouses, I don't think, has he?
Where?
Not the CS:GO ones. I think it was me and
Bob?
and Gregors. We did that. Maybe Ashwin has cast him with me. I think he might have done. I did it with Spiff a few times. He would have been up for it, but I only asked him late. I forgot that I was doing this, to be honest with you. And then when I came back to my PC, I was looking at the Discord, and there were loads of people in the CS Node channel. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. We're just choosing the map. Okay. Who's SCO? Oh, that's Butch MT. What's that? Who's SCO Gutumchub?
We're playing Cash, apparently.
Cash, a classic map.
I'm just calling him Chub if his name's stupid.
Chub'll do.
Why are the lads? They never pick normal names.
Have you seen the in-houses lately? People would do things like, you know Jonah, we called him Joanna for some reason. I can't remember if it was I called him that or something, but half the players in the game were some variation of Jonah or Joanna. And I was like, I understand if you think it's funny, but it does make casting the games impossible. Because it's like, we just have to refer to the heroes. Like, Tide does this, and Lion does that. And if there's a clip, it's just like a bunch of people with the same name doing shit, and it's just not as funny. So
it's
I was like,
for,
can
like,
you
5
just...
seconds.
Yeah, can you just use your fucking names? Because these jokes aren't even fucking funny. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's literally like, oh, they've all called themselves Joanna. And now we've got to watch that for an hour. It's like the same punchline for an hour is not funny. Whereas having your normal fucking names actually gives us a chance to cast the games.
I've had... I was Cock Wobblemeister for a long time. Now, I think Thomas made a joke. Or... No, Ashwin. Anytime we play Rocket League, he always says, "Nice cock, dude."
Right.
So I changed it to that.
Yeah.
And then, that's it.
Matt
Haven't
T
changed my
says they
profile
never pick
picture.
normal names. Cock Wobblemeister. Again, easy to remember the name Cock Wobblemeister. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's not like
you know who it is.
GT Chub or whatever.
Right. When I say the name Cock Wobblemeister, you know who it is. If your name is J3_487P2, that sucks. A normal name doesn't have to be itself a normal name. It has to be a readable name that means something. Bot Brad, Bot Zim. Perfect.
everybody changing their profile pictures and names on Steam to like Munt and Greg, the way they do that.
Munt changes his name. Munt and Greg and Ashman all changed their names so much that I had to add nicknames for all of them.
Ashman not so much anymore, but he's been I'm not a cat, Your Honor, for quite.
He
a
has
while.
been. I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat. You're on for quite some time. This is true.
But Munt is like fucking salty munty meatball or something.
Who knows?
So funny.
I mean, Munt sends me links to vids on YouTube. I watch them, and that's my fucking recommendations. Cunt until I know. Forever. It's just meme vids. I then just get posted, like, recommend these 10-second meme vids of a bloke going, "Oh!" and falling off a chair, and it's like, fuck.
that sounds great though. I do like some fun vids.
Oh, or Perry. Perry trying the quick scope. Well,
I didn't realize Ari was a CSP player.
Perry plays in these. And normally he's god-awful until he gets an AWP, and then the game is over. Because he continues to be god-awful. We've got Eri, Myth, Verd, Emergency Jazz Hands, and Communist Gangster. V, Neodymium, Ludovicus, Alfredo, Dur, Anal Torpedo, Chubb, and Savage. Who, again, is just desperate to have some fucking weird leaked name. That's
There's a
Savage.
useless metal for you, Neodymium.
Neodymium. There's another useless metal. I should open Munt's YouTube vids in incognito. That's a good shout. Good smoke. This will freeze this push in its tracks. Oh my god. Verd. Squeaky opened. Tell your team. Here comes the rotats. Oh, Eri with a nice pick off at long range.
Wow, Aries crosshair.
Coming up mid.
Aries crosshair is huge.
Have you seen? I think it's God, is it Kyle's? Is it guys? Is it Kyle's crosshair that's the size of the screen? I want to say it is. I'm not exaggerating.
Chubb.
That was a hell of a shot from Chubb.
Lines it up.
Oh. It's
He got one shot
3v2.
on.
Communist Gangster picking up the kill on Savage. Now it's one left. It's Chubb. He was trying to bunny hop to get the bomb. Storming Eagle. It's Storming Eagle's crosshair. It's the entire horizontal and vertical lines that the crosshair can be. It's utterly ludicrous. It makes zero sense. He has it every week.
Shout out to Storming Eagle. What a lad. He we were playing Rocket League the other day with Mikito. And he just shows up and he says, "Can I play?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, get in here." I load up competitive because he says he's a decent player. And he does fucking nothing but bump us for the first game. Just gets in our way, scores his own goals. Immediately turn on casual.
Okay, dude. Communist Gangster, you've got to at least look, mate. Ludovicus with a nice spray down there with the Galil. Don't jump up there. Madness. I can't believe that worked. They're all looking at that window. Oh my god, neither of them died.
The timing on that was really good.
What are you doing, lads? The enemies are peeking and you're not helping your Tem. No help for Tem. Eri almost had a bit of a wrist fart there where he just pulled away from him for no reason, but he managed to get the job done. Well,
I can't believe he has that crosshair. I've never seen Eagles, but that is probably the worst.
who is it that's got the worst one?
Airy. It's bright pink, makes it very hard to see on any kind of light background, and it's also massive.
Oh, it's very small for me.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't like the color at all, but it's perfectly normal for me. Communist Gangster rocking the Negev, while Chubb tries to wallbang people with the Scout. This guy Chubb thinks he's Deece. I'm calling it now. He's a rager. I can tell.
turn on the chub.
Oh, Eri, really nice pick off. Chill blast, Eri. Oh, nice shots, Eri. He's on one tonight, I'm telling you.
Ooh, I don't like that play.
Oh.
I can't believe that worked.
Don't peek him. Oh, lads. The fucking CTs are just getting the job done here. Cock.
I can't believe that worked for Mary.
Turn Cock up a little bit. I'll turn Cock up a bit. He's on 110% already.
I can mess with my mic if you need. But...
No, you're good. I'll just turn you
Okay.
up. The people have
Sounds
spoken. They want to hear more Cock on stream.
Aries got the op. He's done it.
He honestly has been doing... Oh, that's a terrible molly.
That's pretty rough. Oh my god. Yeah, Chubb thinks he's a gamer. That is quite the op skin for Mary. Holy shit.
So far. Oh my goodness. Alfredo
what
with a
are you
nice
doing?
peek on myth there. Gets taken out by Verd. Verd gets both of them on A site. Very nice. There's
Very
a
well done.
flash.
Verd saw the enemy and stopped moving.
Come on, it's
An
Gangster
actual
holding
gamer.
it. This is an awkward angle. He gets one. Needs to hide. Don't peek it. Yeah, just don't peek that there. The lads are obsessed with peeking. If they know you're there, the peeker's advantage is that they, like, you've got to be good and you've got to know where they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, the peeker's advantage is a thing in games. But I'm not sure if there's a gun side in this game the way there is with Tarkov. So in Tarkov, you can see more of someone on the right. Sorry, on the left than you can on the right. So, oh, Eri. Can you
Sorry,
get some
what?
help at B? So if I'm hiding behind a doorway and I'm peeking left, I have to show more of myself than if I'm peeking the doorway and I'm showing on the right. Because I'm right-handed in Tarkov, right? So my right shoulder and the gun are showing, whereas if I'm peeking over to the left, I'm leaning across the left side of my body, so my head and the entire left side of my body are peeking out. I don't know if that's also true in CS, because there's no leaning, is there, really, in CS? So I think it's just, I don't know how it works, but...
I think the crosshair and your guy's like gun do not match up.
No,
think,
I
like, the
believe
bullets
it's your.
come out
I
of-
believe it's from your head, isn't it? That the bullets
Yeah,
come
I
out,
think they
something
come
like
out of
that.
your eyes or something like that. Which means you can get away with showing very little of yourself and still getting kills, which is kind of bullshit, but that's how it's designed. So.
I mean, mate, in Tarkov, I've had moments where I can see them; they're in my scope, but the barrel of the gun is like gonna hit the top of a ledge or something, so your bullets do nothing.
Squad does the same.
Yeah, it kind of sucks either way. But one of them is more realistic. This is obviously meant to be. It's designed as a competitive shooter, so it's more about making the game as predictable as possible.
Yeah.
Which is why the spray patterns are fixed and all the rest of it. In a way, I think it's ingenious. Oh my good god.
Yeah, it means that you can't really say, "Oh, I got unlucky."
Right.
With anything.
I mean, the unlucky part is, like Bob will always scream about the timing. So, oh, I got timing so hard, dude. Which means he was watching an angle. The moment he turns to another angle, that's when the guy peaks.
I do.
But
that
that's
does happen to me a lot, though.
Right. I mean, so you couldn't consider that unlucky. That's just the
No,
nature of the game, right? I mean, the instinct is to say that was unlucky. Because if you've been watching for like a second longer, but for whatever reason he changed...
I can't believe this has happened.
I can't believe that none of them noticed!
Nobody knew.
Everybody just walked past that. That lad had no excuse.
Just
You can hear and see the bullets. Incredible. Incroyable. Molly on top of Molly on top of Molly.
Oh.
Oh, Eri, you
can't-
moved. Oh, a flick-a-doo. Good heavens.
I cannot believe that worked from Gangster. He just walked in. The first guy saw him. And then just didn't do anything.
Well, he is a communist gangster.
6 rounds in, Eri has 11 kills, 0 deaths.
Yep. He's having the game of his life. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. We've seen Eri play before. He's been garbage many times. He has absolutely crushed it this game.
That's why I saw him on Steam with all those training.
Falmore says
Same
they
training.
don't like the fixed spray patterns, and without that, CSGO would be awesome. I think you're seriously wrong. Why don't you like the fixed spray patterns? Because it means that really good players can take advantage of it? And the better you are at predicting the sprays, the better you are as a player? And it means that luck doesn't play a part? Oh, the knife kill from Jump! Well, Falmore, you're an idiot. It's not an opinion. It's just wrong, dude.
I hate when people. Did he say something stupid and say, "Oh, that's just my opinion"?
He exactly did that, cock.
Fucking hate that. You don't get to say something just completely inaccurate and wrong. You know?
Exactly.
"Oh, it's
The
my
whole.
opinion."
I mean, it's a competitive game. It's specifically a competitive game. If that was not the case, you'd have a game like PUBG where the bullets just fucking go everywhere, and sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. It's stupid. It's not. No, there's no opinion, ye man. That's not an opinion. It's like saying, I wish this was something else. Just my opinion. Well, it's not. It's this thing. And if you took that out of it, it would be a different thing. It would be a completely different game. And those games exist. It's just daft.
It's just dumb.
It'd be like saying in Dota would be great if it was more like something else. It's like, well, then go play that something else. If you don't see the value of the fixed spray patterns, I just think it's just the game is not for you. Like, without them, the game would be fucking a completely different game. Ludovicus? Oof! Verd with a nice timing there on the look down the middle.
He sees the bird. Okay, he gets him.
3v2. The bomb is down on A. They keep doing this. The T's keep leaving rushing the bomb out with some goober. I think the goodies give the bomb to a bad player thinking this is the play. Oh, Eri blew that lad's kneecaps off.
I will say the one thing I don't really like in CS is that when you die with the bomb, you throw it 10 feet in front of you. I don't get why that is. I don't know why it doesn't.
Well,
just drop
it's
on your
not
body.
that far in front of you.
It drops pretty far. in
It's
front
not
of you.
that far in front of you. It's got. I think it's got your body momentum. So if you're moving, then you'll chuck it.
Right.
I still don't understand why you guys don't like the fixed spray. You like the fact that sometimes you shoot and your bullets just fucking whiz all over the place and you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, I had that guy. Like, what if the random sort of the RNG is against you and your bullets fucking whiz all over the place like twats? It's frustrating. I think it's a way to remove frustration from games. You should reward players who are first to shoot and more skillful. That's the point of the game. Is it shouldn't be about I got lucky. That's never rewarding. To kill someone or win because you got lucky isn't as much fun as outplaying someone.
I'll say I like games that
Unless there's money
have a
involved.
random.
If there's
I like
money
games that
involved,
have
I'll
a-
take it. So I mean, you play role-playing games and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes when you get like a lucky crit or something like that, and that does happen in Dota, But the point is that the hero is kind of built around that mechanic. Oh my good god. Oh my goodness. I think the T's might get around here. Oh, yeah. It's looking good. Danger man.
In a competitive game, you want to eliminate.
You want to eliminate, exactly. I mean, chess is one of the most played competitive games, like if you think of how long it's been around for, precisely because there is no luck. Games that have luck tend to be played for money because people want to gamble. You don't want to gamble.
Oh my god.
Duck shoot. Chess is unbalanced? I mean, in the sense that one guy gets to go first and the other doesn't, but that's why you... If you're like, you don't just play a best of one. It's like a series, right? So, like in snooker, right? It's like they play over multiple frames, and then eventually skill will out.
That's also why in chess, a draw is considered a win for black.
Right.
Like I think you get more points for a draw if you're black, or something.
Destiny 2 has this, and it's awful. It's called Bloom, and even if you have perfect aim and a well-within weapon range, it still has a cone it can land in. So a perfectly lined-up headshot can still miss. There you go. What fun. What a good mechanic. That you play well, and you do everything right, and the game just says, I rolled a dice, and it says that you missed. Because the thing is, if you're playing a game like Dungeons & Dragons, you're representing a character, and there's no other way to represent a hit or a miss than to roll a dice. And you have to hope that your character has enough abilities and enough skill so that over time you'll win a fight, even if in the short term you've missed 3 shots in a row or whatever. You've got enough about you that you can outlast that, and you can, as a team, because it's a party game. If you're having bad luck, maybe the rest of your team is doing better. Like, that's a good thing that luck is a part, because there's no other way to tell the story. And if you've got a good DM, oh my god, Eri.
Oh my god.
Well, it's just Eri left. He managed to kill his lad and get his AWP off him.
I
think
watched
Eri's
that
going to
fight.
save the
It
AWP.
was shocking. It was both of them jumping around, both of them reloaded. And Eri
I
finding
saw the double bomb cloud chest thing. That was great. I'm not sure what the play is. Well, I think because it was Magnus against Hikaru, right? So they know each other pretty well. They're both streamers, if you like, on the chess world. So they're sort of personalities. And I think they both just thought this will be funny. And the fact is, they're obviously like, I don't know if they're friends, but they certainly appear to know each other. And they certainly, I mean, I believe I'm right in saying that they're 1 and 2 in the world. Like, Hikaru is right up there, right? So they're very highly ranked. Like, it would be like a couple of guys who... And also, I think a draw was fine for both of them or something weird like that. Like, or it was a dead rubber or something. Like, it wasn't like this was a championship match to decide everything. It was like a mess around like sort of thing, yeah. And they both knowing each other as well as they do. But chess is one of those games where a move like that has one guy in stitches, and all the hardcore chess fans are laughing their head off, whereas everyone else is like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, they both had the points already, right?
I see. Yeah, so the game doesn't really matter at that point.
Hikaru's outside the top 10, wow. I mean, still. If you're in the top 1,000 in chess, you're pretty fucking good at chess.
Yeah.
He's pulling this back here.
Chubb quite
he's doing alright.
Himself, doesn't he?
He does.
He's doing okay.
He does. He's doing all right. But yeah, he clearly thinks he's. He does a couple of moves where you think you see the good players do that, but they actually have the. He's no Jusk. We'll put it that way. He's not had the same game that Juska's had.
He's certainly good though. Maybe not as good as he thinks. I don't know why I'm flaming the guy. He's probably better than I am.
Mate, that's what the in-houses are for. Monsieur Ducks, I agree. In roleplay, you're driving a narrative, not trying to win or prove any skill. That was always what annoyed me. I was in so when I first moved up to London, at university I didn't play any D&D because all the guys I played D&D with went to different universities, and the guys that I went to uni with, you know, were all football fans. They weren't interested in Dungeons and Dragons. They were not nerds. I was the only nerd in that group. So I didn't play D&D for ages, and then moved up to London and got my job at BAE. And I had been talking to a few people in the pub about what my interests were, and somehow Dungeons and Dragons came out. I don't know how. And one of the guys came up to me in the office, which was kind of embarrassing, stood in front of loads of people and said, I heard you were a bit of a fan of Dungeons and Dragons. And I was like, part of me is thinking, oh God, not now in front of these other people. And part of me was like, I really want to play D&D. So I was like, yes, I play Dungeons and Dragons. Why? And he said, well, I'm a dungeon master, and if you want, we've got a game going. Come around to my house. There's a bunch of us do it on like a Wednesday evening or whatever. Come on over. I'll give you a lift. I was like, great. And one of the guys actually gave me a lift to and from, which was very kind of him. And we played. And one of the other guys we got, who we also worked with, was the exact worst kind of Dungeons and Dragons player that you could ever play with.
No.
So this guy was the I don't want to have to move guy. He was a very, very large guy.
Oh no.
And he would sit on the sofa, and he would have his character sheet in one hand, and he would have a tray rested on his gut. and he would roll his dice in that tray and then tell you what and then tell you what he'd rolled. So
that is fucking shocking.
Yeah, so he would go 19 and then pick up the dice. And I could see Jim, who was the DM, sort of thinking, well, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt this time. And he just kept doing it. And it's like he never missed, and all his rolls were good, and it was just like, what the fuck is happening? And you know that this guy's... I don't think he had a particularly happy life, and I think that he lived vicariously through his D&D success. And you see a lot of people, like I've played Dungeons and Dragons with bad DMs, bad players, who are... a bad DM sees it as a contest between the players and the DM to defeat the players. And they always want to defeat the players and make things horrible for them, and they take delight in the misery of the players. Now, as a DM, you can secretly take delight when the players fall into a very obvious trap and stuff like that, because it's or to outthink them and to have them struggling. That's fine. But to really enjoy ruining the player's game and making them miserable and suffer, I think is bad DMing, because it should feel like a struggle, and at times people should die if they make bad mistakes or if something really goes wrong in the fight. But it should never feel like a contest between the DM and the players at any point. It's not a contest. It's a story, and you have fun playing it. For me, my friend JP, who used to DM for us a lot, was the same way. And if we were having a fight and it was going really badly wrong, and he was rolling really, really well, he would very regularly just fudge the hell out of the dice rolls, because he was like, if I hadn't fudged the dice rolls, you guys were so dead. Like, there was like 4 crits. It was a disaster for you guys. So, you know, he had the right idea, where some DMs just won't do that. I remember I played one time, it was at a big tabletop gaming event, and there was this guy offering to do sessions of D&D, and we were like, yeah, sure. And he gave us these characters, and we played, and it was like a dungeon that he'd planned out, and we'd set aside hours of time to play it, and we didn't make it to the door, because it was just so brutal and impossible that it was impossible to get anywhere. The enemies were much stronger than us. They kept coming. It was like, what the fuck? And it was just like...
Oh, Ari.
Oh my god. Ari gets it through the wall!
Oh my god.
Unlucky.
Oh man, I really wish you had gotten that. Yeah, I think D&D it's much more cooperative game than a competitive game.
But yeah, but I think that cooperation is between the players and the DM. I think
and
that
the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the players have to not, like, you know, when the worst kind of players are the ones who just want to min-max their character and they just want to win. There's no story element. They just want to roll the big dice, get the big loot, min-max their character. The rules lawyering constantly, and there's no sense of story. They're just like, they just want to roll dice. That's it. That's the whole event to them, is rolling dice. And I think these are the guys who would rather be playing slots than playing D&D.
I think
so
they
just
want to like win in front of people, and that's like their whole thing.
Yeah.
They don't often win in life.
And they're just like, my guy has a 23 strength at the moment. So, I don't think I do take any damage. Just awful. Oh my goodness, that was a wide peak from Chill Blast Airy. I played D&D with some awful people. I used to do a lot of tabletop wargaming when I was about 13, 14 until I was about 17 and went off to university and started dating Mrs. F when I was about 18. So that was put a hold on my wargaming because I had more interesting things to do. And it was like you'd go to these wargaming clubs and there was a real mix of people. I would say half the guys there were older than I am now and were history buffs, and they were obsessed with ancient warfare and Napoleonics. That was all they wanted to play, was ancients and Napoleonics. And they had arcane rule sets, they had incredibly elaborate armies, and they would play these games across months, where they were sort of... Oh, that was almost a double there from Emergency Jazz Hands. So they would set up the game, and it would run for hours and hours and hours, days and days and days. And these are the same guys who did play-by-mail stuff. Can he get the bomb down in time?
I think
They can! 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
Yeah, months. So it would be like a full campaign, if you like. Oh, that was a big set of kills there. So they'd play a battle, or part of a battle, record all the positions, because it like a turn is moving like a wedge of units, like an inch. Like, I'm not kidding. I played one of these. I went around there to my friend who ran these things. Him and his dad ran the club. And he also had converted his house into like this fucking wargaming heaven. Because the wife had left. She had had enough and left. So it was just the dad and the son. And they, but obviously, I like, there's a whole story there. Yeah. He was like, well, she was like, it's either me or the wargaming. And he obviously went, he rolled a dice to decide. And she lost, right?
What a legend.
I know. So he was like, I'm sorry, it's the wargaming. The model, my models need me. Oh my God, Ludovicus. One of your friends. Oh, Eri!
Unlucky.
You bellend!
And by unlucky,
Shoot
I
me!
mean that shot.
Oh my
Oh, dear.
God! How is he still alive? Oh, if the T's win this round, that's so criminal. So yeah, so he chose gaming, and I'd go round there to my friend's house. He was a lovely, lovely guy, and their house was just covered in miniatures and paint, and tables like covered in the little foam, or the, what is it, polystyrene sort of flocked terrain and stuff like this. Like they lived for it, and they ran the club, and they were fantastic. They were absolutely fantastic, and it was just so much fun. And I went around there, and I was like, this is great. And he was like, well, let's introduce you. Let's play some ancients. I was like, great. And it took hours and hours and hours,
Just resubbed
and
for 9
hours
months.
and hours and hours. And the armies had barely met by the time we had to call it a day. And they just had to record the positions of all the armies and pick it up next time. Because they all start on one side of a river, and there's a huge field, and then there's some little hills, and then there's the guys on the other side of the map. So you're just spending your turns marching slowly towards each other. And it'll be like the slingers or the horse archers ride out, fire a couple of arrows. Yeah, well, I'll take a figure off there, and we'll put a marker saying they've lost 2 guys, and we'll keep doing that. Did they pass a morale check? Yeah. You just do that for like hours. So you're just whittling away like a real battle, like a battle of attrition between your patience and the game. It was unbelievable.
Shout out to Luke, by the way, for a much more balanced game.
Yes, well done, Luke.
I have recently picked up the hobby of painting Warhammer figurines. So I've got my...
That's an
I just
expensive
started
hobby,
it.
Riley.
I just picked it up last week, so I haven't dug too deep yet. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
What are you going for?
I haven't played any games. I've got some Primaris Space Marine Intercessors.
Okay.
I've got 10 Ultramarines.
All right, so
And I've got 5 Orcs.
I stopped playing Warhammer 40k in the 80s, maybe the early 90s. No, the early 90s. So I'm aware of Space Marines, Eldar, Dwarves, who were barely in it, or the Squats as they were called,
Yeah,
the
they're not even in
Orcs,
it
of
anymore.
course, and Chaos was sort of coming into it with the Gene Stealers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
and
think they're Xenos now.
right, so
something.
all this other stuff is and the Imperial forces, so like the just dudes, just regular dudes, right?
Just the regular dudes.
Yeah, who had commissars and stuff like that. So they were like a big sort of communist empire. That was pretty much it. And what were they called? The Slan? The Slan as well. They were in it. The Imperial Guardsmen and stuff like that, who would often be paired with Squats, who would have the heavy weapons, and the Imperial Guardsmen would be the frontline troops, and they all had las guns, if I remember rightly. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but I just sort of couldn't afford it anymore, and I didn't have access to anyone that played it, and I, was too busy smoking weed and having sex and getting drunk at uni rather than playing war games. And none of my mates did, so we just went to football and hung out. But I do miss it. I just know if I went now, I wouldn't be able to put up with the nerds. I just, I've got video games now instead.
There is a lot of nerds. I just like painting the little dudes.
Exactly, painting the little dudes, right? I might even get into that at some point. I always loved orcs. The chaos.
I'm working on some orcs right now. They're pretty cool.
But my first love was Space Marines. They're just so cool.
They're cool. They're a bit samey though.
What, and orcs aren't? They're all green, mate.
Yeah,
not to be racist, but they're just green.
Yeah, but you can give them like a big fucking axe or a gun or like whatever. With Space Marines, they've all got the same bolt guns, and it's kind of like whatever.
Right.
But with an orc, I can give them a big fucking
That's true.
Flamethrower.
Myth holding a long angle with the P90. I would rather see him push up to short and hold a close angle, or push up to car completely. See, if you had an AK there, that's maybe a kill. Oh, they managed to pick him off. The T's it's pulling ahead here, 11-7.
Yeah, Ares performing a lot better than I expected.
Not to be
He is
racist,
really taking the
they're
show.
orcs. Flax, listen to me, Hems. I try to be as inclusive as I can of every single race and gender and sexuality and creed and whatever you want to be, as far as I'm concerned, unless I find it personally offensive, like the far-right idiots, because they're hateful, then go for it. And I think orcs, they're just trying to get by. They're not bad guys.
What's an orc ever done to you?
Yeah, well, you think the Space Marines are the good guys? I don't think so. They seem more and more like fascists to me every time I think about it.
They certainly are. They just dominate. And
They hate foreigners.
That's all they do.
They would have voted Brexit. Let me put it that way.
Space Marines.
Space Marines would have voted Brexit 100%.
I cannot believe Ari got that kill.
Eri God. There's just Verd left though, and the bomb is Dune.
Chubb
Can
with the big
Verd
iron.
hold off?
No, he can't.
I had the director turned off by mistake.
Chubb just walked around behind him and shot him.
Inclusive to everyone except the far right and people who don't like spray patterns in CS. Well, that's not a group of people who identify and are persecuted, so yeah, I'm going to say that you can be whatever you want and have a shit opinion, Plant Coma, you moron.
Sorry, do you not like spray patterns?
Someone said that they think that predictable spray patterns are the worst part. It was Foulmore.
Oh.
And other
yeah,
people
yeah.
were arguing the
Foulmore.
same thing. And I'm saying it's literally the whole point of the game. And if you took it out, the predictability and lack of luck in CS is what makes it a great competitive game.
I thought you... Yeah, we just had that conversation.
Yeah.
I thought you were just immediately reversing your position. I just misheard.
Humans in 40k are only against Xenos, as in non-humans. Exactly. You live in a galaxy of aliens.
Try to be tolerant. Jesus.
Missed with a shot there. I don't know what the deal is. I know that they're anti-chaos. Chaos, being against chaos, fine. I think that's a good idea. What have the orcs done? How did that start? Did the orcs start it or the humans?
I'm not really sure. I think orcs, their whole thing is they grow from a fungus and all they want to do is like conquer and fight.
Right. I heard that the only reason that they can fly through space is because they think they can or something.
Yeah.
And isn't the whole deal? Tom tried to tell me that the whole reason that the Emperor is still alive is because the orcs believe he is, or something like that. So the Warg power is what keeps him alive, essentially. They need to go. What is the holdup, lads?
They're just kind of hanging out.
Oh
no! He got him.
My God! He didn't get it. He was so close.
He got him with a knife. My camera like freaked out there, but he did get him with the knife.
The Eldar made them for slaves? So the Eldar are baddies.
I was talking to Lloyd about this a few days ago, and he explained to me that the only reason they have like any sort of power is because they believe they do, but
Right.
they're not smart enough to figure out that they can just will things into existence by believing them.
Right. So why do they have this power? Because I know that some people are saying this isn't the case, and I think Games Workshop have said that they don't like it or something. I don't know. Tom tried to explain it to me one time, and I started to zone out because it sounded very nerdy.
Ask Lloyd. I don't know.
I would love to play the original. Oh, what a shot there! The T's are really turning up this half. I would love to play some classic Warhammer 40k. Because the rules, I would like to see how they hold up, and whether Lewis, on the recent Triforce, he was complaining about the dumbing down of Games Workshop games, and the fact that they are so clearly designed to sell miniatures and nothing else. Like that the actual game itself, in a lot of these cases, is pretty shit.
Yeah,
I would love to see if the original 40k holds up. So maybe I'll take it down there, and we'll play, because we can just use whatever models he's got, and just use the original 40k rules.
There must be some models in the office.
Oh, they've got a fucking ton of
Got
models in the
millions
office.
of them.
A fucking ton. Like, we could just do a little, like, 10v10 skirmish and play it out and see how it works. Well, I think
Or
Lewis
Ben
is
and
saying...
Tom
So
in there.
people were making a big thing about his whole, I'm not a gamer. And I would agree. Because the point of a gamer is that they identify as that and nothing else. To me, that's what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when someone says, I'm a gamer, or, you know, goes on about gamers and has a sort of political angle, if you like, to it. I always, my first assumption is, oh, they're a big fan of Gamergate, and they're probably got some pretty unpleasant views. That's my assumption. Right or wrong. That's when someone says, I'm a gamer, that's like on the internet, that's what I think of. And that may be unfair, and a lot of people that might say, I'm a gamer, I don't feel that way at all. I think, to me, when someone says, I'm a gamer, I think of a sort of anti-inclusive, fairly hateful group. That's how I feel.
I like video games, play video games. Like people who play video games, I would never say I'm a gamer
It
because
just seems weird.
it's just so.
Oh, that flash.
It's like it's the same problem with that guy who rolled his dice on his massive gut. I think of those people.
That's just how I
think
feel.
of
I mean,
gamer.
obviously, if someone who isn't like that identifies themselves as a... Oh my god, Alfredo.
Oh
my god, stick it. Oh!
Yes.
He's got the kit! Alfredo! God!
God, he's done it.
He's a god!
Okay. We pick MVPs, right?
Oh, you can't pick an MVP for one play.
That was sick, though.
If that gets them back into the game, though. But that, I mean, honestly, if they can kick on from here, that could be the tipping point. But they need to shut down Ares. I mean, honestly, the T's have, across the board, had a lot of kills. And
Ares has taken a shotgun, though, so...
The CTs need to step it up. Chubb is doing his best. But the likes of Savage needs to step up here.
Alfredo, yes,
Oh.
Alfredo. Okay. I don't like that trade for CTs.
I don't know. I feel like anyone that identifies themselves as a specific group, I kind of have... I just have an instinctive reaction to...
Yeah, because
people saying that, like, I'm a gamer. Like, if you say, how would you describe yourself? I'm a golfer. Like, you'd be like, well, like, professionally? No, it's just what I do. Like, I'm a golfer. You'd think, wow, they're probably not very interesting. Whereas if you said to them, how do you describe yourself? And they were like, oh, I don't know, just regular bloke. You'd be like, what do you like? And they told you a few things. That, to me, would probably open up more windows than I am a X and pick a hobby. Like, I don't think identifying as a hobby is enough. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a little too narrow for me.
Yeah,
Well,
people are more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Nobody just does one thing.
I just feel like if
Except maybe
that's
that.
literally what you identify as, you're probably going to represent the worst aspects of that thing.
Yeah, most certainly.
Okay, they've got to go now. Time is running out, boys. There's 2v1. Come here.
Kit. He's got a kit.
Why is he creeping?
My camera has gone weird.
Same.
He doesn't have it.
He fucking didn't take his knife out and decided to creep. He creeped. They had that round.
I don't.
It should be 13-10. He just decided to sneak up on the bomb.
That is criminal.
All he had to do was whip his knife out and run over and press E.
Every week you guys say, "Oh man, I can't believe there's another game after this." And every time I'm like, "It's not that bad."
How does it feel now? You want to go?
Take it back. No, I mean I'll stick it out, but this is.
You'll stick it out.
I'll stick it out, but
See
I
what
can't
I'm
believe
saying?
There's another game after this.
You see what I'm saying? And you're doubting. This is what the lads don't understand, is once you're in here.
It's rough.
So now
it's
imagine
real
this
rough.
with the... You need to do some of the Dota in-houses, Cock, and then you'll come back, because you'll realise how frustrating it is. And often it's very unfair. Because you think, Christ, if I was in that game, I might make that same stupid mistake. But when you're watching and you can see everything, you realise how bad it is. Knowledge is a dangerous thing. Okay, well, the T's have got this. I really thought Alfredo's God play was going to swing this back, but...
It would have if it wasn't for
His
the
team.
least useful metal.
His team.
Neodymium.
Yeah, Neodymium proving yet again why yet to find a use for it.
I think it's used in magnets. I don't want to. Don't at me. It's used in magnets. I know. Don't fucking Steam message me some stupid shit.
Steam message. Actually, as a metallurgist, I identify as a metallurgist. See, now if I said, "What do you do?" you would say, "Oh, I'm a metallurgist." Fair enough.
That's a profession. That's not just a hobby.
If you said, "How would you define yourself?" and you say, "Well, I'm into metal," you'd say, "What, like the music?" You'd be like, "No, I just really like metals." You'd think, "Fucking hell, mate, get a life."
Just got a subscription to that fucking both mining magazines.
Because you know that to me, if someone identifies as a gamer, it's not even about games. It's something
about,
else.
Yeah.
You're
It's about
saying
the
I'm one of the
culture of
worst people
hate.
that you could possibly meet.
I think Miles calls himself a gamer.
Yeah, but he's sarcastic. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I use it ironically, that's fine. But... Oh, Ludovicus is going for the 2 HP creep up, and he's dead and the game is over, Riley.
We forgot to give an MVP first game.
It doesn't
I don't
matter.
know even
It doesn't
how we
matter.
played it. I'm gonna give it to Airy this game.
Okay.
I don't know
Yep.
if stats
I
have
think
been
you're right. I
kept,
think he
but-
did well. I think he did well. I would say he certainly had some great rounds. Airy MVP of that game. I mean, Juska was the crusher in the first game, so it's tempted to give him MVP.
No, we can't.
I'm going to say Rhino because it was his first game, and welcome to the
Yeah.
Inhouses. So MVP Rhino, even though he lost,
but
he
yeah.
toughed it out. He got 8 kills in the end, I think. And, you know, I hope we'd see him again. So I'm going to say MVP for stepping up and playing CSGO for the first time on in-house night. Brave. But in that game, Airy stepping up. He said he was good with the AWP. That's his weapon. He had a cracking game tonight.
Not even with the op. I think he got.
He
most
just
of
did
his
well.
kills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a good player.
Did anyone clip me missing every shot on the guy defusing? I don't know if we clipped that, Verd, but what shocked us more was that on a subsequent round, the guy could have defused, but he just decided to creep towards the bomb.
Chose not to.
I think we might have to do a reconnect here in a sec.
Yeah, I've already on it. It says we're in office, but I don't think that's accurate. My mum loves Black Sabbath.
Oh yeah? You know they are
Yeah.
so big in North America. They're so
Yeah, they're
big.
huge.
Like
my
whenever
mum
I go
loves
over there, it's fucking Sabbath will come up in some way. Either people listening to it or it'll be on the radio or something. Like they're so much bigger over there than they are over here. I feel like Sabbath in the UK is nowhere near as big. Like It's interesting to me. I'm sure there's. I'm not saying there aren't massive Sabbath fans in the UK, but I've heard Sabbath on the regular radio in the US, and I've never heard that in the UK. That is a big thing that radio fucked up. Was XFM used to be a good channel. Any XFM fans out there? Back when it started up in the the late 90s, early 2000s, when they were first getting going, they used to play a lot of indie music, a lot of outsider music, and stuff that you wouldn't hear every day on the radio. Now they've become just another fucking radio station. And it's really annoying because radio is a big thing in America, or it was. I don't know if it is anymore. Maybe Spotify's taken over and podcasts and things have taken over. But the whole time I've ever spent going to America, I haven't been there in a couple of years, to be fair, but until fairly recently at least, radio stations have been so many. So many. And when we were driving anywhere, you could just turn your radio constantly, and there's like channel after channel after channel, and there'll be like country music channels, and there'll be heavy metal, and there'll be like R&B, and there'll be the charts and all the rest of it. So many more radio stations than we get over here. Driving around London on my car radio, you get Heart, you get BBC 1, 2, 3, and 4, you get Kiss, you get LBC, and you get let me think, what else do you get? Classic, Radio Jackie in the southwest. There'll be radio stations in the sort of southwest and northeast and all the rest of it, and then you pick up some of the pirate radio stations. But in general, it's just the same few stations, and I'm just thinking, absolute, yeah, get that. And they're just all playing the same fucking thing. Smooth FM just plays really dull 80s music and 90s music. I don't get Eagle on my car radio. Kiss just plays the same songs. Heart just plays the same songs, like the same shit. It's literally just whatever's popular at the moment. They just play that over and over again. Radio 1 can be varied. I've been trying to fucking Lauren Laverne in the mornings. That's our alarm clock, is radio. BBC Radio 1 goes off. So rather than just a beeping noise, it plays music. And I do not know what it is with her taste in music, but if she can find a song that has an intro and then the exact same thing for 3 minutes, she'll have it. So it'll be the same word and the same beat or the same exact chord. And someone saying, it's a parrot now, it's a parrot now, it's a parrot now. For like 3 minutes, that's the songs. And then the next one will be the same. What is going on, Lauren? It's like her brain is stuck and just the radio is skipping. That's what it's. So I wake up to this maddening music every morning. I don't know what's going on. And I never hear this music anywhere else. I hear it on fucking Lauren Laverne in the morning. It drives me up the cocking wall. Lauren, if you're watching, and I know you are, have a fucking word with yourself. Is it Vertigo? Really? Hype.
I've had trouble connecting, but I am in. Thank you to Luke.
I
Please
think
don't
I need to reconnect as well because there's no one in this game. So
yeah, I'm just waiting for broadcasts to start. If you're on Vertigo, you're on the right one.
I'm coming to Vertigo, but there was no one else there. All right, I'm on warm up and I see 2 unconnected players.
Yeah, we've got a Finnish player, a couple guys from the States apparently, and Cass B from the Netherlands. Everybody else is from the UK. Dave Yognot from the US, Raven Hopo. Oh no.
Oh, Dave's playing?
Yeah, who's Dave?
Dave Yognot has played in the Inhouses the last couple of weeks, and I played with him the other day in just a pub game. He's an incredibly bad player, so I'll be amazed if he's good at CS. What if he's a CS god and just terrible at Dota?
My camera is super fucking bugged. Oh no, there we go. Okay, so we've got, for the T's, we have Bleak Giant, Matt T, Dan, I guess, don't know him.
Yeah,
Sam
Dan.
Zala, don't know him.
Sam Zala is a regular in chat. Talks a lot of shit. And
Well,
Professor Oak.
A classic.
Who else have we got on the CTs?
On CTs, we've got Raven Hobo. Don't know him. Don't know half these guys. Cass B, a classic. Pyromaniac, classic. Kid B, who I don't really know, and Dave, who apparently you played with.
Yep. Dave is another very deep-spoken American. It's about 5:30 a.m. here, Flax, but thought I'd have a little game of pub Dota. I'm gonna play Witch Doctor. Is that okay? Yep, no problem. His Witch Doctor was actually not too bad, but Dave is a lad who just clearly is new to Dota. When we saw him in the in-houses playing Ogre, there was a spell where me and Plague and Ashwin followed him. We literally clicked on him in player perspective for 5 minutes as Ogre, and he just walked back and forth.
He was the one that just walked around.
Yeah, behind the tier 2s, just walking about for like 5 minutes. CT's doing their best to hold this map here.
I do remember that game. That was a very, very funny game.
Oh, 3v1. Oh!
Got him.
Dave lived.
Do we know who Kid B is?
I thought it was Kirby, but no. I do recognize the name. I do recognize the game. Poggy's one true Kidby.
Do you remember the guy that sent my the very first time when you and Lewis casted Scrub Dotes? That guy was called Kirby. I don't think it's the same guy.
Oh my god, Kidby! With a 3K! That guy was called what?
He was called Kirby, but I don't think it's the same
You don't
guy.
think it's the same Kirby?
I don't know. He was called Kirby, and this guy's not called Kirby, is he?
No, he's Kidby,
No.
but there is a Kirby on the server.
It might... I don't know. Maybe it's that one?
Maybe.
I don't know. I literally played one game.
So you didn't know that was being sent?
No, I didn't.
How cruel were we about you?
I don't think you were that bad. I think it was just bounce. I mean, it was a shitty game.
I mean, some of the games like back then that we did it, I do miss doing it because they were so
Meepo.
bad. You played Meepo?
I played Meepo, yeah. And we won. I played Meepo kind of well, actually.
Wow. I mean, it was just like that was the in-houses before the in-houses were the in-houses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what Dave is watching here. He's got some wiggle to him, this lad. Dave gets a kill with the Fuego, but Matt T's taking him out. Pi gets 1. Pi gets 2. Donde Tres? Where's Prof
Both of them
Oak?
just run into the same spot. Matt T, how could you not see your buddy dying there and just run and do the exact same thing?
Pi is going to dominate this. Yeah. Calling it now, Cock. I'm calling it. Pi is going to be on 25 kills at the round switch.
Last game was very balanced, but we'll see, I suppose.
Wobblemeister says, you know, I kind of see Cock's point about being called bad if you play in the in-houses. I'm not sure my confidence could take it, because no doubt I'll watch the VOD back.
No,
right.
You know what? No. I take it all back.
No, you can't take it all back, because I think you were. I think you were right.
But having now seen it from this perspective, it's very hard not to flame the lad.
Right. That's it. I mean, I've always said that it's done with love. Like, we love watching the in-houses. It's funny to see people trying their best and fucking up. Like, that's inherently funny. Like watching someone trying to build a chair and just, it's a disaster. There's humor in that. Oof!
I will say, chat has no right to flame anyone.
No, I say that quite often. I do say that. When I see people in chat flaming in the in-houses, or if I see them flaming me in Dota, I'm like, I've played with you. You couldn't do better. You're garbage. So, but I would say, Cock, first of all, consider the source, which is what my mum always used to say. Consider the source. If someone insults you, have a think about who said it. Is there someone you give a damn about? Is there someone you've ever met? Someone you respect? No. So what the fuck do you care? Who are they? Live your life by that motto. Consider the source. And she doesn't mean sauce like ketchup, Cock.
That's a good saying, actually. I've never heard that one, but that's quite a good one.
There you go, young
Very
Riley.
wise.
Oof! Oof! Oh, the flash. Oh my god, that was a lot of bullets.
Took a lot of bullets.
It's 2v2. Alright, I take it back.
Wow. Yeah.
Pi on 2 health, though. I'm not being funny, but if Professor Roger Oak could pick up a kill here, it's just him and Dave Yognaut. If he can get Pyromaniac, he's in with a shout.
Dave's got a really cool skin though, so he might be a gamer.
You can hear them.
No way.
Alright! So Dave's a disaster, it's just you against Pi.
No.
Go get the fucking bomb, you coward! You're on 92 health. Bang!
Got him.
Go tease.
Oh. Oh, Yognaut. Dave. Buddy. I really hope someone falls off. I really, really
We're
hope
waiting,
someone
mate.
falls
We're
off.
waiting. Juska says, it was fun, but I feel bad for the rest of the server. Yeah. You're on game 2 next week, son. Good luck.
I want to know, Jessica, when the last time you played ranked was. Because if you really are silver 1, I don't think that's accurate.
I agree. Simply because the rest of the lads are around that rank, and they're fucking awful. And it was clear that you could at least aim and shoot, and had some awareness. Whereas they didn't and couldn't. So that was the issue that we had, was that oh my god!
Oh my
I mean,
God.
look at that!
Yeah, I mean, I'm Gold Nova 1, and I think you're better than me, so...
You've 22 wins in competitive. We'll just bump you up. It's much harder to balance these games than Dota, because you can be probably a little too good in Dota and still lose, because it's not a game that one person can carry as often at this level. I mean, unless you're markedly better, like, you need to be like so much better. The current meta of Dota is very quick and 5-manny, whereas like old Dota, you used to be able to just pick Storm and just crush, and that was it. The game was done because this one guy had too much farm and was unkillable or whatever. I feel like in Dota it's much harder for one person to just carry the game. Dave Yognaut. Whereas in CS, one person who's good enough can win the game. Like that's a big problem. Is that balancing in CS means that unless the teams are balanced, it's going to show up like so obviously. Because if a Deece player comes around the corner and there's 2 goons watching it, he'll kill them both. So it's like 2 dead. You haven't lost anyone, and the round is basically almost over. I think it's much easier for a really good player to carry a team in CS than it is in Dota. Because the rounds are so much closer. There's no farm to deal with.
What a bloodbath.
This is a bloodbath, cock. The CTs just went for it. It's just Dave Yognaut. He's mopping up the mud roll of always last alive. Oh my good god. Has he got a kill yet? Alright. He's got 5 kills. I don't know. I didn't miss all of those.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single one, but good on you, Dave. Again, in CS, it's not that easy to determine, like, if someone is really good. In Dota, it's pretty obvious if they're a shitter.
Yeah, you can tell pretty early on,
based on the way they move and the items they buy. But in CS, it's a little more complicated, I think. Just because there's less options, it's mostly just run at them and shoot.
I know that when I've cast these, I should say, with like Bob and because Bob's very good at CS. When I've played with
Greg
Bob,
as well.
yeah, Greg's good at CS as well. I think Bob is probably one of the best guys that I play CS with regularly. When you watch the in-houses, he can tell very quickly if someone does things that are like a little better than what they should be doing for that game. Like if you watch someone like, let's take Reg, for example. If you look at Reg's play, the angles he peeks, how he peeks, where his crosshair is, how he buys, what he buys, how he shoots, it's very quickly evident this guy has no idea what he's doing. Whereas when you watch some players, you know, it's sort of very obvious very quickly to someone like Bob, okay, they know what they're doing. This guy's, he's checking the angles, he's doing this, he's doing that. As someone who doesn't play much CS, and I'm not particularly good at it, I know what these guys are doing wrong, but I wouldn't be able to tell them what the optimal play would be. I would only be able to tell them what I think would be better than what they're doing. So, for example, you can spot when there's a guy with a Negev holding a corner, as we saw in game 1, and people are one by one stepping slowly out into that line of fire, that's very bad. That's very bad, and you should not do it. And people do it all the time in the in-houses. Someone gets a Negev, they're going brrrr, and lads will just slowly peek out with their AKs if that's going to somehow make a difference. Slow peeking corners, that's a dead giveaway that you don't know what you're doing. See, like right there, if Raven Hobo had slow peeked that, he's going to be dead. Instead, he just gave it a quick shoulder peek and then he left. So I saw that and I think, okay, so Raven Hobo's not as bad as some of the lads, right? You would think that was decent. And like Dan holding that angle, but why was Raven Hobo peeking the same angle where someone had just died in the same way, exactly like 2 seconds after? You're going to assume someone's still holding that angle. So these are all things that Bob would point out, I would think, and say that was bad, that was good. I mean, this nade usage is pog. But then they're one by one rushing the site.
Just kind of running in.
So the nades, they chuck loads of nades, but to no effect. Bleak's going to pick up some kills here.
Just him and Dave.
He saw him.
Did he? I didn't even.
I think Dave was crouched. Maybe Bleak didn't see him. Does he know where Dave can be?
Oh.
Oh, Bleak. Dave.
He must have. I think you're right. I think he did see him. But
I thought he saw him, but it might have been that we saw him because we got X-ray on. If you tap X,
I didn't see him. Oh.
Okay, so if you tap X, you should see X-ray. You'll see players through walls and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Was
Which
it
is
just
very
like his
helpful.
little head?
I thought he could see him, but it's impossible to know. I think he was just crouching behind the barrels and just hoping that he planted there.
Right. I didn't see him, but
I mean, what he could have done, he had time to get the bomb and go to the other site. Because you'd have to figure they were pushing that site for so long, everyone's going to be there. So he could have grabbed the bomb and just left. Oof. Kaz B, well flashed.
Poor communication from...
right, but do you see how someone died and someone peeked the exact same angle?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff, when you see that, you think, that's not great. Like,
If
when you
Dan
see
had just
someone
said-
not doing that... Well, he doesn't need to just say, he's next to him. He saw his friend die and where the bullets came from.
I think he's just launched that off the building.
Oof.
Did you see that nade?
Yeah.
He definitely
think-
just naded off the building.
So Casby got curious there. Peeking that angle down to the stairs is so rough. It's 2v2. Sorry, 2v1. Oof. Like if you think about it, coming up the stairs. So the way I think about peeking in CS is you want to peek as narrow an angle as you can when you peek. Like if you have to peek out of, say, think about Cash, right? If you're peeking out of A main, if you're peeking narrow, you can look at NBK or whatever it's called and back of sight. Then you can peek a little wider and you can see middle of sight. Then you peek a little wider and you can see car. Then you peek a little wider and you can see forklift. So if you do a sort of bit by bit peek, you're getting a bit of info each time. If someone chooses to peek out while you're doing that, fair enough. But when you just run out and wide peek, you've now got 4 possible angles all looking at you, and you've got to somehow spot where they are and kill them before they shoot you. And they're only watching one angle. They're watching A main. So when you're thinking about pushing up those stairs, you come up those stairs, there are multiple angles they can be from. Equally, if you're pushing towards the stairs, you're pushing from a narrow angle, the top of the stairs, So that's the only place they need to watch, and you need to be aware of someone in multiple places. So when you're peeking, if you're peeking a very wide area, it's super risky. Make them push you. On CTs, you should almost always be making them push you, and watching as narrow an angle as possible that you know they have to go through.
Some top tips here. I would not have thought of that. I think I kind of understood that, but I wouldn't put it in those words.
Hopefully an example will come up in the game and I can point to it and you can say, aha, I understand.
Someone just suicided. Did they fall?
I don't know.
Oh, no. No,
I think
DC'd.
they burned to death. Oh, they DC'd?
They DC'd. He's back, though.
Oh, they're back. Okay.
It's the Finnish internet.
Finnet. So look at Kaz.
Yeah.
So Casby is holding this angle, right?
Right.
So
if
anyone coming through that doorway, that's a narrow angle he's holding. Now imagine if you had to come out there of that doorway. There's that angle, and there's like, so right there, coming up those stairs to lead where we were just seeing there here. If we go to Pyromaniac, he's holding top of stairs. So if you come up, there could be someone to the left of those boxes, to the right, in the middle, or near the red box, all watching the same angle. So now when he goes to top of stairs to peek down, you could have multiple angles that people could be hiding behind, and they're all still watching one angle. So what's he watching now? He's watching top of stairs. So if someone comes up, there's a narrow area where they could be. And they managed to sneak onto sight. You just want to minimize the width of the angle that you're looking. You look like me.
I was going to say you look like DB Cooper, but yeah, that works too.
Oh, he's got hair, actually. Yeah, you're right. I just saw a bald man with glasses. You've been misreading Pyromaniac as Pyromantic. I think it's Pyromaniac like Pyromaniac. I don't understand why he's gone for that particular spelling, but...
It's his thing is a pie on fire, so...
That is the worst molly I've ever seen.
I mean, I don't know the map very well, but what... Oh my god, what a... That's cool.
You can chuck them up through the hole.
I would not have thought of that. They probably didn't think of that either. They saw it on a YouTube video somewhere. Top 10 vertical nades. Look at that before the game starts.
There was I loved watching when I was playing a lot of CS:GO. I would watch quite a lot of CS:GO videos. And not to get better, as Ashton will tell you, we should just learn smokes, guys. And I'd be like, all right, I'll watch some smoke vids tonight and I'll practice them. And I never did it. But it honestly makes such a difference if you know the clever angles and ways to throw smokes. But when they explain them, it's such a convoluted process that I just give up listening.
Yeah, like, look at this wall. Turn
You gotta look up here
to the left.
You gotta count to 3 and jump. And then when the mouse cursor is at this pixel on the telegraph pole, you're gonna jump, and you're gonna press 3, and then you're gonna throw the smoke at this angle. It has to be at a 67-degree angle precisely, with a trajectory speed of 100 feet per second, and then you'll get the smoke on B. I was like, fucking hell. Like, this is so complicated. You'd have to practice it so much.
I learned them from Mirage, and then we stopped playing Mirage.
I know like 1 on Mirage. We stopped playing Mirage because Greg was like, no, man, no, I'm not playing Mirage, no. So we stopped.
Too many Smurfs.
Too many fucking Smurfs. Yeah, it's just fucking Smurfs, man. It's just fucking bad map. The lads hate Nuke, my favourite map.
I don't like Nuke because it reminds me of the time I said a racial slur on your stream.
I remember that so well.
Oh god, it was so embarrassing.
It
I'm
happens.
still so embarrassed
Dude,
by it.
It happens. The words only have meaning if you mean it. Otherwise, it's just a slip of the tongue. Think about Team Nigma and how many problems that's caused for Dota casters.
Yeah, that is pretty rough.
They're not being offensive. It's a slip of the tongue because it's a stupid name. Oof. Oof.
Man, I can't wait till someone falls off this map.
They haven't yet. We've seen a few Vertigo maps. No fall downs yet. Oof. Dave picking up an important kill there with the nade.
Mango fell off, didn't she?
I don't think so.
She played a game? I think I saw that on the... Somebody said something about that. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to anything.
Uh-oh.
Raven Hobo picks up the last defender.
Oh!
Dave, in the smoke.
Wow, Dave was terrible at Dota, but he's doing alright in CS.
It's Americans and their guns, eh?
As a half Canadian, I feel I can laugh with you, Cop. Although my dad has relinquished his Canadian citizenship.
Has he? I'm in the process of relinquishing my American citizenship.
Damn right. He could have gone dual, and when he went back to Canada on holiday one time, the guy was like, I see you've given up your citizenship, eh? It was like, yeah. It's like, you know, you could have got dual citizenship real easy, huh? He was like, okay. It's like, fuck me, dude. You're born in Canada and you got that attitude? Come on, man.
Yeah, I have dual right now, so but I don't like the idea of being American. Sick of it.
Canada's fucking great. I love Canada.
It's a great place.
It is. I love it.
A good nade.
It's like the same quality of life as America, but none of the bullshit.
There is some bullshit.
Oh, it's bullshit. Mate, I live in England. We got bullshit.
But yeah. Oh!
10-5.
1 pixel. Very well played. Yeah, I mean, there's bullshit everywhere.
I despise that you need to learn the arcane rituals for nades to be really good in CS. But again, if you know the spots, they're predictable. So that adds to it. Like, if you've... So, here's the thing. Go and watch a high-level CSGO match and look at how they play and look at the way they nade and the way they move and the way they push sights. It's crazy. Like, it's a completely different game. If you watch... Oh my god, they're just going for it. If you watch, like, 2 of the best teams playing, it's incredible. The way they push so slowly. And there's the way they use nades is so good, and constantly rotating between sides. Oof!
And their shooting is so... There's never a gunfight that lasts more than a second.
Yeah, it's like blah blah.
So just bang bang. Yeah, and that's it.
Oh no! Oh no! Like, what gets me is that they will hang back. Oh! They will hang back from a push for like a minute and a half. Nothing's happening. Like, they're waiting. And they'll like toss a nade here to debate the team, and they're just looking for a pick. And the moment they get that pick, everybody rotates. And they don't all 5-man to a site. Like, they'll do 2 guys here, 1 guy there, 2 guys there. So if you think about, let's take Cash. You'll have 2 guys looking at B, a guy mid, or a couple of guys mid, and a guy watching A on both teams. And they're just creeping around, trying to get something started, trying to get something going. But at no point are they just 5-man running out of A main. Like, it just does not happen. Oh my goodness, CT's taking control. 4-2, they're up. There's a man! Kill Pi! Pi dead! Who's left? One true Kid B.
Kid B? He's only got a pistol, but maybe he can get a gun off someone. Doesn't look like it though. They've got everything pretty well locked down. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep.
Yes, it's definitely not just about the aim. But yeah, you're right. When they do kill each other, it does seem to be headshots all around. But I think it's just when you watch the coordination and the patience. And they also have multiple plans to execute. And some of them are just like bonkers. And you're just like, wow, like that's crazy. I've never seen that. I've never thought of that. and the things that they do and where they smoke and how is
Caspi.
it's incredible.
Caspi has tried one of those. He quickly Googled.
Oh! Ah! The greed.
Yeah. If you see one, you might as well wait for a second.
You wanted the AK. I think my friend Ken summed up CSGO best. He said, you know, he likes CSGO and it's fun to play and everything, but the issue is that a lot of the games are kind of samey in that the round plays out pretty much the same. It's like a little more methodical than Dota, where you can have these huge turnarounds very easily in Dota, that the games are different every time because of the heroes that are played. Whereas in CS, a lot of the time it's like, okay, this team lost this round, so now this happens. This team won, so they get this, and then they do that. And a lot of the rounds are quite forgettable and boring. The nature of CSGO resetting after every round, if you like, where, you know, you're basically, it's the same map, nothing's happened, you can still win. And one of the things I like about it is that in some games of Dota, or even very, very high-level games of Dota, it's very clear one team's won from very early on. What makes Dota exciting is that it's still possible for them to lose, but they would need to fuck up and throw for that to happen. In CS, I feel like what makes it exciting is that if the other team does something really brilliant, it's possible for them to win from an outplay rather than just the enemy team throwing. You could be hidden better there. I think he has a chance.
Yeah, he just kind of. I think he was
Sat in
watching
the
the
end?
stairs.
Yeah. Like, in Dota, there's so many games where a team has been massively ahead and thrown. Literally thrown the game by making some terrible push, or someone failed to have buyback, or they didn't get an item off. You know, they didn't use their BKB, they just fucking fat-fingered it or something. Or someone pulls off some amazing outplay. Whereas in CS, quite often when I've watched it, it doesn't seem like that mega comeback is as possible. Because you can
No, because
reset
the
by
rounds
just
are-
waiting a
yeah.
couple of rounds. You sack off a couple of rounds to eco. Whereas in Dota, the pressure is basically continuous. If you're behind, you're staying behind. You lose your jungle, they are getting more farm and everything, so you're kind of relying on the enemy throwing. Which makes CSGO more predictable. That was a nade. He was looking at, there was that aeroplane overhead he was looking for. I mean, I could be wrong, I'm just saying, that's how it feels. Watching CS, Pro CS, it feels a little more rigid. Which is what makes, I mean, it's the same in baseball, though. I like baseball, and when you watch that, if a team is up 10 runs to 3 in the 9th inning, you know the game's over. But the occasions when it's not are so exciting.
I thought that was an enemy.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
god.
Why, I was about to make another baseball comparison. I think the in between the rounds, you can have that kind of mind game of, oh, are they going to go to A or B? Where are they taking the
Oh! Oh my god! Oh, they both ran out of ammo!
Jesus wept. Can't fucking believe that. Go on, Dan, get the DPs.
Oh my god!
He's got 1 HP.
Yeah!
Holy shit, what a
But
legend.
the thing is that, I can't remember who he killed, but they didn't need to reload. They weren't out of ammo. I think they still had
Wait.
bullets left.
Did they not? I was fucking talking about some stupid shit.
I mean, just switch to your pistol at that point. He had 10 bullets left.
He had 10 bullets left, and he did.
It's better than
my
nothing. It's better than just being down there, and he could have whipped his pistol out, but he stuck the
God.
reload.
Jesus. Anyway, what I was saying, like that mind game. It's like a pitcher
Redoodle
Oh.
200
Trying to get a
just
guy out.
resubbed for
Yeah.
22 months.
throwing fastballs and curveballs. You don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh my god, the nade in hand.
Got caught with the nade out.
Oof! I mean,
don't think we
I'm a
have
big
that in-
baseball fan, and
Love baseball.
yeah, I love it. It's one of those games that I think it's very easy to hate. I get it, and I was
Quite boring.
It
to be
is.
fair.
But I actually was talking about this on the Triforce, I think it's coming out on Wednesday, about the things they want to change about baseball. One of the things they want to change is they want to have a pitch counter, the same way you have like a shot clock in basketball, which is that to speed the game up, you can't just have pitchers taking like 5 fucking minutes to throw 3 pitches, because people get bored. It
Yeah.
slows the game down, and there's no need for it. Like, there's no real need for them to spend that fucking long standing there waiting to pitch. Now, as a baseball fan, you're generally not watching it with your eyes glued to the TV.
No, you're just hanging out.
You're hanging out, you're
drinking
watching
beer.
it. If someone gets a hit, you turn your head. You're kind of keeping an eye on it. The slow, it's a background sport. If you're there live, I guarantee you, I've been to
It's a
quite a
great
few
time.
baseball games. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful time. No one has sat there, like, you know, with their elbows on their knees, hunched forward, like,
Watching
yes.
a baseball game.
Like, it's
There's
not the
nothing
way
to
it
watch.
happens. Right. It's a
like
relaxing
yeah.
pastime. It's a, you know, it's like, it's chill. So I think if they'd made baseball faster, it would take away part of the charm of it. And it's just a historic and very traditional game. It's fucking America's game, man.
It's just super chill. Except, what do you think of robo-umps? The idea that...
What for detecting pitches and strikes and balls?
Yeah. So, if people aren't aware, in baseball, obviously you have a strike zone. If you throw a ball into that strike zone, it's a strike. If you throw it out of that strike zone, it's a ball. Now, they use a human person watching.
A human person, not an inhuman person. A human person.
With their human eyeballs.
And
Determine if it's a pitch or a ball.
and
or a
the strike zone is like their judgment call. Like it's meant to be between the knees and the letters on your strip. So it's like the knees and your nipples, basically, and as wide as the plate. And the problem is that some umps have bigger strike zones in certain directions. Some of them, you know, they'll give things that are clearly outside and stuff like that. So the pitchers have to kind of adapt their strike zone where they're throwing the pitches to deal with the ump. And equally, the batters have to be aware that things that they would consider a ball from other umps are not a ball to this ump. So I think if it goes too much like football in this country, where VAR is taken over, it would actually be to the detriment of the sport, because we've become so rules lawyery now that everything that happens is the rule is run over it by a fucking computerized ref or video or whatever. And when it comes to offside, someone's through on goal, they score an amazing goal, and you can't celebrate. Everyone's just waiting.
Like a millimeter offside.
It's like literally, like there was a guy, there was a clip, and they had to zoom in, and they draw lines on the graphic that are like
That's
perfectly lined up, and they're like lining it up, and there's like little lines to point where his foot is, and there's like, if you can see a millimeter of his toe offline, they're like, yeah, he's offside. I'm like, you're right, technically he's offside, but if a human being couldn't have seen it, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Like, you had to go back and analyze it with special tools. To me, VAR should be used, and any of that stuff should be used, only in event that something dramatically out of place has happened. So, for example, there have been a lot of calls where someone was clearly safe at first, by like a yard. At that point, just have the video ref say, actually he was safe. Like, you don't have to go and check it. You don't need the head ump to go and check it. The video ref can just say, he was safe. And he just goes, okay, actually, nope, stop, he's safe. Or the linesman gives offside, and then the video goes, actually, no, he was onside. Like, clearly. Not by a fraction, but clearly. Like, visibly, you just have to look at it once on video and you could see. If it's not that simple, fuck it and sack it off. It's bullshit.
If it takes more than 5 seconds to
Exactly.
determine if something is
Exactly.
against the rules.
Then it's close enough that if a human eye couldn't detect it and it was that close, then so be it. That's the nature of sport. And you'll get some either way. But the point is, if it's that close, who fucking cares? The offside rule was not meant to be run with a ruler and a fucking slide rule. It was meant to stop people just goal hanging. That's the point. It wasn't to just fucking have this obsessive rules lawyery bullshit. It's awful.
I think that'll speed up the game too. I mean, people complain about it being slow because every 10
the
fucking
checks.
seconds we've got to check the...
But the thing, you know
We've
what
gotta
gets me is, I
balance it.
understand there's a head ump, and I understand he doesn't want his judgment overruled. But what I'm saying is the replay system should be as simple as this. Someone's watching the game. They see the replay, and they're like, oh, that was clearly safe. Ump, that was safe. And he says, gotcha. Because how often is that actually not going to be the case? And we need the head umpire to come over and agree with him. This guy does this for a living, whoever's watching this replay. That's his job. He's doing nothing else but watch these replays. You don't trust him? You need some crusty old head ump to come over and he's the only one who gets to make the call? Fuck off. Let's get on with things. If the guy says he's onside, ref, guaranteed 100% onside. Okay, yep, onside. Just trust the guy. You don't have to come over there with your ego. Be like, actually, I'm the umpire here. I want to see it on a video screen. 3 times from 5 different angles. Oh, yeah, he's onside. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we know. We saw the replay on TV, and we could tell in 2 seconds he was onside. It's just
In
stupid.
baseball, they can just fucking throw people out as well.
Yeah, I love that, though.
I hate that. You can't just... Because these umpires have such big egos.
They
Shout out
do.
to the Call of Duty reload
Oh!
by in there. They have such big egos. They'll just say, "Oh, I don't like the way you looked at me. You're done. You can't play the game."
Well, the pitcher turns around. The pitcher says, "Come on, man!" And he's like, "You're out." How dare you question
Clearly
me?
missed call.
I know.
Clearly missed call.
But
and
dude,
goes,
baseball
"Oh,
has
that's
some
too close to
crazy
strike."
fucking unwritten rules as well. Like you're not allowed to look at a home run. Like you hit a home run,
That's
you're
so
not allowed
dumb.
to admire it. You're not allowed to go, "Ooh, that was a good one," and then run the bases. It's like, fuck you. We're gonna hit you with the ball next chance we get. It's like, what? And you know, if like for instance, the guy on second isn't allowed to look at the signs that the catcher is giving to the pitcher as signal to the batter what's
So
going to happen.
dumb.
Why not?
If
If
you
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 can't
can't
fucking
tell-
sort your shit out, there's a
Yeah.
guy on second. Come up with some secret signal system. It's just so stupid. There's all kinds of crazy rules. Like in a game where you're clearly leading, you're not allowed to try. Did you know that? Like if you're up by
Yeah.
like 6 or 7 runs and there's only an inning left, you're not allowed to try and score anymore. You have to be
Tatis
kind of
Jr.
magnanimous
got in a lot
about
of
it.
trouble for that last year.
No backflips. God forbid you
Yeah.
celebrate scoring a fucking
God.
game-winning home run. It's nuts.
Tatis got in a lot of trouble. He was it was like
Fernando Tatis.
10-0 or something, clearly a 1 game. But the pitcher loads the bases and Tatis hits a grand slam home
Right.
run, 4 runs in. And then everybody's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that. That was a rude thing to do."
Yeah.
Fuck off. The guy
Exactly.
gets paid to hit baseball.
Also, he's like a
Like-
young guy, right? He's like
20, 21 or something like that.
he's like one of those young phenoms. You chuck him a ball that he can hit out for a home run. What the fuck? He's meant to do the gentlemanly thing and just nod at it and
nod.
say, "Good pitch, sir."
This is a really
This
close
is
game.
close. 13-13. I couldn't pick an MVP. They've all done great. Apart from Matt T. Bleak Giant's probably hanging it out there as MVP with 28 kills. But look at Roger Oak, 19 kills, 8 assists. A team player. But look at the MVP stars for Bleak Giant. Who knew Bleak was any good at CS? I played Dota with the man, for goodness sake. Fucking unbelievable.
Some people are just good at one game and not another.
Unlike me, Cock. I'm good at every game.
There are people who are like Miles is very good at just everything he plays. Inexplicably. To my frustration. I'm a Rocket League boy.
Tatis is 22.
Is he 22?
Yeah. So
he's
when
a-
that happened,
he's
he was
a
21.
great
Right?
player.
He is. He's no Mike Trout.
No, but he hasn't been in the game as long as Trout, so
True, but Mike Trout is literally the best player of all time already. His numbers are insane.
he's pretty good at baseball.
He's just one of those guys where you think, if it wasn't for baseball, what else would he do? You know what I mean?
He looks like Mr. Baseball.
He literally is Mr. Baseball. Like if you had to draw a picture of the archetypal baseball player, it would be Mike Trout. Like there are some people you see in the army or something, like Marines. Like, yeah, they're the Marines. You're like, yeah, of course you are, because what else would you do? Like there's literally, if it wasn't for this, that you would just be a homeless person. It's like you had one opportunity, one chance, and it was you had to be a baseball player, and you nailed it. Well done. Sarah, not a fan of Mike Trout. Didn't he? He went to he's at LA, right? Is the LA Dodgers?
Yeah, he's an Angel.
Angels,
LA
that's right.
Angels.
Did he leave someone to play there, or did he just stick? I can't remember.
He's always been there.
I think he did, right?
He doesn't play in our league, so I don't really see much of him.
I mean, are you an Astros fan, or
Are you talking to Sarah or me?
you?
No, I'm a Toronto Blue Jays fan.
Oh, the Blue Jays, right.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Astros used to be a Canadian team. I'm probably misremembering.
I think they're just in Houston. No, that you're thinking of the Expos.
Oh, the Expos, yeah. The Expos. I used to love them. I have baseball cards from when I was a kid, and I used to love the Expos kit because it was so bonkers. Like it was absolutely
it's pretty
bonkers.
wild.
God, I love going to see baseball. I like live. I've been to the Mariners more times than any other team because every time I go to Seattle, I go watch a game. It's abysmal because they are so bad. Like, do you know John Boyes?
Yeah, I love John Boyes.
Did you watch the John Boyes history of the Seattle Mariners?
Yeah, like Dorktown.
It was so fucking good, dude. Oh my god, it was so good.
This is such a close game. 14-14.
This is crazy close. I don't know what happens in the event of a draw. I don't think we have a system.
No, I think it's just a draw, and we kind of have to go away blue balled. But love John Boyes. If you've not watched John Boyes on YouTube, go watch it.
John Boyes is great. I've watched everything he's done since Meat Tank in Madden, which was
Breaking Madden.
So good. I did a rip off of it called Breaking FM, where I played Football Manager and gave everyone max strength on one team and max speed on another team and everything just to see which team would do best. But I couldn't be bothered to keep it up because it took so long to do. But Beef Tank, that was it. Oh, the terrorists took it 15-14. 1 round left. Might we have our first draw?
I really don't want to see a draw.
I think a draw would be pretty fair because this has been such a close game.
Yeah. But I don't want to walk away with a draw.
MVP.
That's fun.
I think it depends who wins. Pyromaniac has been excellent. But Bleak Giant's done well for his team. If it's a draw, it's going to be a double MVP between Bleak and Py. If T's win, it'll be Py. If the CT's... well, let's see. Let's watch this round.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just give it to whoever wins the MVP of this round.
No.
Okay.
Because it might be by some miracle. Fucking
Dave.
Matt T. Or someone like that.
Yeah.
Eri was for game 2. Game 1 we didn't pick one because the game was gunted. I picked Rhino because it was his first game.
Rhino.
But for this game it's going to be tough.
Oh, our first kill. They're taking things very
I'm getting
slow,
a Steam
which
message.
Matt T's holding the angle. He doesn't get anyone. And they kill him.
Oh, Bleak needed that kill.
Yeah, it's
they needed that kill. It's over. It's a T win. Has to be. It's Oak v5. There's no way. There's no way. If he pulls this off,
he's giving his controller
I'm just gonna watch
to his
Oak.
older brother. Yeah.
If he pulls this off, then he is MVP. But there's just no way. He's gonna die to Dave here. Yeah.
It's a GG.
It's a GG. MVP, Pyromaniac for that one, I think. Look at these besuited lads. Well played. That was a corker. That was a corker. Cock, thank you so much for stepping in and casting that, dude. I really appreciate it.
It
was great.
Fun.
I mean, we play Dota often, but I never just get to hang out with... there's quite a few lads I don't just play a game or hang out with them one-on-one. I've said it for a long time, Riley, and everybody knows it. You're a lovely lad, and honestly, I love chatting to you. So thank you so much for casting that with me.
Had a great time. Thank you.
Good. If I need you next week, I hope you're available.
Yeah, hit me up. Let me know.
I will do.
See you later.
Take it easy, homie. All right, hold on. I've been invited to a game of Dotes. I swear to God, my neighbors have been having a party for about 8 hours. Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
Oh.
Just on the in-houses. This, honestly, my neighbours have been having a party since midday. And at first it was like occasional adults shouting and kids. And now it's just adults screaming at each other. For like hours.
Anime, mate. It sounds like an anime.
Fucking disgusting.
Sure, they're not watching anime.
Just laughing at nothing!
Where are the lads?
They can't just be laughing. There's no talk, it's just people cackling.
Just out of interest, you've been on the drink tonight, mate.
No, why?
Getting worked up over where it might be. I saw it.
This is 8 hours of people screaming outside my house. You'd be fucking pissed off.
I'd piss on them from my window.
Me funf SS.
Right. I'm not going carry. I'm not going carry. You can fuck off. You're going carry. I'm not going carry. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm bloody well sick of it.
How can you play carry?
Where's that going, man?
5. Why have you picked Grimstroke?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Man, go 4.
Okay, I'll play puzzle.
Fuck it, I'll go mid, Bob.
What are you doing?
What?
You're actually
No.
You
trying
need to
to
carry. I
confuse.
can't carry or offlane as well as you.
Toffee's gonna carry.
So you're gonna go mid.
Oh,
Yes.
you're
All right,
trolling.
I'll go
You
support
thief.
then.
You're
No,
actually-
we need an offlaner.
Yeah, no,
You
sorry,
want
I'll
offlaner.
go offlane. I'll go offlane. Tiny
You
Lena.
can play Grim if you want as well.
No. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
What's
No.
your
What
excuse?
is going on?
What am I gonna pick to go with Pudge?
A hero.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
What about?
I'm
I
not
don't
picking
fucking
that.
know.
I
honestly.
refuse.
Like, Lion, or Lich.
Mate,
No, am I
you're
plus 4 or
the
plus 3?
4.
Plus
I'm
4,
walking
you
away. I'm walking away from the keeper.
Mate,
Let me
you
know when
literally
mug. Let me
clicked
know-
top lane like you were pos
I'm
5.
I'm muting.
What the fuck is wrong with him? He clicked top lane like he was 5.
Yeah,
And then
I
we
know.
were talking about who's going to play offlane. Bob says you need to be offlane. I pick an
I
offlaner,
thought-
and now
I
Mutt's
thought-
raging. Have you been on the fucking booze, mate?
Yes.
You're out of your mind.
I was gonna go pos 5. Bean fucked the entire game, so let's just get that out of the way. Bean
Yeah.
fucked the entire game.
Yeah.
No,
I
Bean,
put my
mate,
face
this
on
is
the
absolute bollocks. He's a bell end.
Then-
Ignore all
Then I
this
fucking
shit.
put my face in the offlane, right? But then,
Yes,
Call me
assuming you'd gone
Call
from
me
5 to
Yeah.
4.
yeah. Okay. I
You
agree.
didn't say anything.
Pour me tango.
Okay.
Look, it's not my fault. My roll got fucking stolen by a knob.
Snipe.
You are a fucking saboteur, mate.
I'm not the saboteur here, mate.
Yeah, oh yeah, Bean is innocent.
Right, Rory, can you stop message me, Gordo Smug? Please, thank you.
Was he invited to this stack as well, by any chance?
No, he wasn't.
Unfucking believable.
It is not unbelievable. It's
I just wanted to
entirely
play a nice
fucking
game of Pudge
predictable.
after a hard game of the hard bet.
That's
In
fine.
the hospital.
But when you've got hard support in your fucking
Yeah, exactly.
role, and then you click up here, and then when you click up here, I think you're still going support.
Yeah, I was.
No, because when I picked this, you went, I'm muting.
Okay, I don't think you understand what. I don't think you understand what actually
I
happened.
don't think it's possible to understand what
I
happened.
picked Pos 5 first.
I saw that.
Then Bean picks Grimstroke.
I saw
puts his
that.
face top lane. So now I'm confused because I was supposed to be 5.
Alright.
So then I put my
Cringe.
then I put my face in the off lane.
I picked CM.
You didn't say to me, I'm 3.
No,
You
no,
didn't
I
say,
know.
I'm going
because
3.
Someone fucking rolled it out there. Someone literally said something about Pos 3, and there was like so many people
You need to turn your
talking
ears on, bro.
that I was just like,
I'm gonna select Did
I
not
was just
play
confused.
selected role.
I was literally at Ted confused.
Report man.
I was literally at Ted confused.
It's
You've been
nothing
reported.
confused, mate. You
Thank
went
you for
from a
helping
5
to
to a
improve
4.
the Dota 2 community. Fuck yourself, man.
Ooh, now I get to shoot stuff.
Is that Windrunner? What the fuck is with that set, dude?
What?
Look how
What do you
dark
want?
it is. Look at that set.
It's me, Poverty Windrunner.
Look at it.
I'm gonna lose mid to this Bat Rider. I hope you guys know this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a toughie for you, mate. Bat Rider.
That's so, oh, this port's over well.
If I just spin and you... Yeah. Give me the
My animation ruined.
I've had a few drinks, lads, by the way.
Oh, so good.
Well, Mrs. F brought a bottle of Prosecco home from Sainsbury's, so
You
rude not to.
drink Yeet. I'll pull the next with.
Yeah,
well,
cheers.
not this one, but I'll pull the one up. Actually, maybe I can. Nah. My God, this could be the greatest teamwork ever.
Right, this unit's here.
I'll do the next.
Nice.
Yes,
Big
boy.
play.
That's a
Big
dumb.
play.
Dumb. I knew it would be. I bloody knew it would.
There is work to be done.
No, the Greaves.
It's going pretty good as well.
I reckon, yeah, when you get pit level 4, we'll be able to
Yeah.
do some of these cults. Choppy.
Ooh. I got a selfie.
Oh,
Oh! That was our shot. Get him.
Oh!
Try to wheel it round him.
Get fucking chopped, my dude.
The pleasure will be mine.
That's right, I'm fighting only one.
Sven is well aggy.
yeah, I don't know my spin that much.
Oh, I thought you had it, sorry. Level 2. My bad.
Nice one, man. He's gonna be tilted off that.
Bro.
You can take that water room. Go on, Bob.
Oh yeah, sure.
I got 10 sticks. Yeah, this Korean man can he loves his bottle!
Okay, he's trolling.
Jeez.
I'm coming, Ted.
Gucci main.
Kill the centaur. Orge missing.
I think he's just making stacks for his boy.
Could be, yeah. Okay.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Unlucky, son.
Just a pocket.
That was a good place then.
Yeah.
Isn't that boost? Yeah. You wanna kill him?
Oh, yeah, the armor.
Selena wants to go.
I'm coming bot. Maybe try and get the spam.
There is no hope.
Oh!
Oh! My god, we tried. Feed you a mango so you can use fire salt.
One smoke. What's this? Put your sound as well.
Yo!
Oh, I got the wrong lad.
Alright, I've got enough mana for a pit.
We can get back in ourselves.
I don't think, yeah, without both, I don't think we can kill him.
Oh yes.
Here we dive. Do yourself.
We tried, and therefore no one can criticize us.
Do we spin?
Oh, he's self-done. I'm just gonna do it. Tell you what I'm doing. Yes, lads.
Need better than last time.
Oh, the mana. Do you want the other bounty rune over here?
If I don't.
Bob?
To me? No,
Yeah.
I got football.
Hoggies.
There is no.
There is no hope.
Yeah, this Bat's kind of. I think the Bat Rider's kind of lost us to what to do because he's not killing me mid.
You got your ult, right? My
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh yeah, yeah, should come. Ult him?
Well, team.
Oh yeah.
Radiant's
LOL!
Yeah,
Got his
push away
courier.
my javelin, honestly, it just says no.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know you had.
Tony came bot.
Alright.
Oh really?
Okay.
I guess you can just rotate.
is under attack.
Yes, Bean, let's go.
Radiant structures are
Give us
fortified.
tree.
They're on stack
Boscan!
Where are we getting?
bot around here. They got stacked. Oh. And I'm gonna fucking farm them. That right there.
Yeah, I think he's been doing it by himself. I think he's been sending it by himself.
Oh no.
Oh, there's all the men here.
Coming over.
Too many men.
Get him.
Fucking chunked.
Always trying to block, dude.
I'm running down bar actually.
Oh, there's the fucking Lena here.
We can
dude.
fight. I'm going for Sven.
I'm actually too good.
Yes, lads. The ledge.
I'm just gonna keep you straight by mid.
Do it.
The ledge.
Nice little rotation. What? Oh, he's actually got lasso. I'm just dead.
Yeah.
We push the towers.
Oh man, you're a fucking legend, mate. Oh. That was bloody Poggington.
Your top tower is under attack.
Is it me or is there a graphical glitch on the tangos?
I thought he was gonna fucking go rabbit. Or can you get a character on Mango?
Tower is under attack.
Is there a bounty there? Leave the bounty. Leave the bounty.
Yeah.
Leave the bounty, leave the bounty, leave the bounty, leave the bounty.
Well, you know what it's like with the lands.
There's a stack here, by the way. Come and farm me.
I intend to.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Pound, why
Why is my jump carried in mid?
Okay.
Fireball.
I think it's a bit too early. Yeah, just can you grim straight?
Yes.
I'm just not fast enough. Fuck. Like on TikTok. What? Oh my god.
There's a lean in mid. We smoked. We revealed it by accident.
Did we took the stack, right?
I took the stacks.
There's another one, yeah.
Get it, Toppy. I took last one. This one is yours, my friend.
Oh, dude, this time.
Only a 2-star. We can maybe fight him here.
What's the time?
Oh, my fucking kill. Come on.
Keep up the pressure. Keep pushing bot.
Do you want it? I can take us all top if you want.
No, just keep pushing bot. Keep pushing bot. Just keep up the pressure. Nice
Loading
and
2
easy.
lanes.
Nice and bloody easy. Just hang around here.
I don't want defense.
We can force it, but I mean, I desperate. Lose mid here. There's Lena.
There is work to be
I
done.
can maybe get on him here, but I think the issue is I don't.
Unlucky.
Very fast.
Yes.
I'm bloody fam.
Tony's got nothing.
What are you supposed to go on this year? Do you still got the usual BKB?
I
What do I got?
I think against their team it would be
I
pretty
think he'll
good.
go blink as well. He'll go blink on her.
Man?
Blink.
20p bot? Right?
Isn't it like, yeah, I think blink.
He's under the
next.
tower.
Ooh.
He's coming up.
He's fighting.
The bot guys are not there.
I need help. Nice to see
Yeah,
you,
we're good there. Yeah, just leave.
I've almost got Atos.
Let's bloody go. Tons of fun on the run.
I love how happy Underlord is all the time.
You're just happy to be fucking annoying people.
If I had a Crimson Guard here, I feel that'd be pretty good against Sven, but they're mainly magical.
Yeah.
Crimson's fine. Yeah, division on me then.
It's just, they are almost exclusively magical apart from him.
Nice, one.
I've got Atos. Maybe I just get a halberd, real quick halberd for him.
Did you?
Tanks me up a bit. Good item.
Yeah, Howard's not about help. I mean, you
Enemy's middle tower has fallen.
I can come mid anytime. Just let me know, fellas.
I guess
He's
you
fine,
should.
there, I mean,
Got a good objective.
Go on, go on, we'll keep.
yeah, it's just cute too.
Oh, I can come bot in a sec. I'm just gonna keep farming and pushing out top.
Alright then.
Shot some creeps on me.
I'm coming for them. They're gonna try and deward it.
Should stop.
God, we should. Farming the enemy hard camp at 50 minutes into the game. As a sup.
I love Ogre's right click. Sorry, Underlord's right click. Just the way he slashes him with his big fucking axe.
A lad?
Sure, yeah. For the deck.
Oh, someone's invisible here, I think. How is that possible though? I got blocked by some. I can. Yo. Oh my god. Fucking weird. I need our boys now. Nice.
I should have fucking saved that for the other lad.
I can just get out. Just get out.
Maybe he still fight.
I fucking knew I got blocked and all.
We got nothing. We got nothing.
What? Have that thing.
Okay, sorry. When
We
you
could
say we
maybe
can still
still
fight people, man. Just leave. Just leave.
Or bait them like
Grimstroke
last
absolutely pieced out, so we kind of needed you there for silences and damages and stuff. If you're back in, just say, because I need to know.
Every coin helps.
Yeah, let's give me something like goodness.
Doopy doopy dibbity doo. Unless.
Very good.
We're gonna try and push top.
Yeah,
Fans up there as well.
Oh yes.
Probably gonna beat this large camp here.
Come in, Bob.
Bludering. Here comes the hook of a lifetime.
I don't think it needs to be the hook of a lifetime. Oh, that's a good one.
Dirty.
Just hate him.
You can take this.
Oh, the global power shot. Oh.
Literally my.
Grove bow, Bob.
Let's push this top tower if we can.
Yep. I can take a spot in a sec. Meet up with Jug and we can push tier 2.
I'm worried about. I'm responding to this actually. Oh no,
Don't be a coward.
I come to conquer.
I have.
Radiant structures are fortified.
God.
Right, they do.
If you want to leave,
Too much.
Stick. Walk up. Nice. Thank you.
got him.
Absolutely outplayed, kid.
Ogre smash.
Jesus Christ. They're all playing that. There's a courier. Sven's in our woods up here actually. If you want to get look.
We're gonna catch him out in the exact same pot spot.
I can't come up there, boys. I TP'd bot.
He was a little bit safely.
Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
There is work to be done.
I could hook him here actually.
I'm walking over. I don't want to make it look like I'm just leaving the crew away.
Alright, well then.
I think Zenobia vision.
We should keep pushing top, I think, with the vision we have.
Don't really want to be standing in the way of just me and you is the only thing.
I'll do it. I'm just gonna try.
He's got blink.
After Halberd, I'm getting a Shivas, alright?
Oh, my lordy.
Sven CB.
That ulti ping, yeah. We can do
this. We can do this. Bat's still mid.
Of course. There is no hope.
Whoa, the wombo combo.
Watch out for the...
Anything? Yeah, no. Actually, you get the mid run off. It's tempting to almost get a Lincoln's this game, you know?
I don't
oh god. It is tempting to get a Lincoln's this game early into the BKB.
Are you only worried about a couple of things, or?
Yeah, I'm just worried about Sven stun and
well, I'm going shard, so when I get shard, I can save. Like, see how it goes, like a couple of fights.
I'm just gonna get BKB anyway, actually, it's probably just safer. Yeah, 1 second.
God, I hit so fucking hard.
Yeah, it's kind of spooky. Yeah, get out.
Luckily, they went on me.
Every coin helps.
He's going real hard.
No spells.
Just go.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I've silenced bat.
I guess go back. Go back.
I have my ult in 10 seconds.
Tiny just aft.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is falling.
I have a shot.
Nice.
The enemy's top tower is falling.
Pokkies.
Yes. To the dark.
To the dark.
Seize if I don't.
How much time's more fun?
Darkness.
Yeah, maybe.
I wasn't talking about my level 20 talent, I'm talking about my items.
Oh, I see.
There is no hope.
Spend
you always take the damage, don't you? You are very much coming.
Fucking him
Oh,
up.
yeah, totally right. Yeah, just indeed.
I fear very little.
Especially if I'm mid.
We can run.
Yeah, we can fight. This fence like super out of position.
Oh shit, I fucking missed my MB.
Cancels blink. Being ignited for fucking forever.
Trolled by Gabe.
Gaben!
Gabe.
I
Without.
mean, no luck.
I never do. Some minor lads. Very bendy Coco Century round here, 360. Whoa!
Oh my god.
Oh, it's worked!
Alright, well, bat can't come back. I'm not there then. He bought back. Look, boys.
No. Ooh!
Oh, there's a couple there.
Sven's coming.
Yeah, kill. Trolling for views. No two ways about it.
Go in here.
I need more mana.
2 seconds.
Then you hook.
Oh,
Unlucky.
Sample that way.
yeah, about right I did. I killed him.
Might be able to get a hook here.
Good.
Yes.
No.
Couldn't get the pit down, man. I was out of range. I'm sorry, brother.
No.
Hold on, Mama.
I'm getting out. Oh, I've been gone on again. I've got 2 charges though. So I'm not sure what the game plan was there. Wasn't a good one.
Oh, I'm gonna get fucking lagooned. I'm dying.
Valley, Mama.
Worth though.
Held your
You know what? Bloody worth.
You can reuse Toffee.
Bloody.
Come on, I can bring us both back in using my magical abilities.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Fucking let's go, pussy. Let's go. There's your eye. I think Tiny's gonna try and play combo me.
Structures are fortified.
Underlord Shard is good, is it? The virus is going to be self-targeted. When used that way, the virus follows Underlord around. Increases the wave count by 3, reduces cast point by half. Good heavens.
Oh, cross.
Kill him.
Who said it was good?
Aladdin chat. Toffee!
Hi. Where's my Uber? Hello? Where's my Uber?
Oh, sorry, I was asked. Where do you want to go?
Healing ward.
Mid.
Please.
Mid?
Oh, let's go.
Well, we can just TP there, mate.
Do you wanna go Roche?
Oh,
There
what
we
you
go,
fucking
let's go.
baited me, dude. I waited for 2 seconds for you fucking do it. You didn't even use it.
I'm sorry. I can't buy a shard. There we go.
Oh, he's done it. He knows it's shit and yet he did it.
I took it.
You can take, by the way. I don't think I really need.
I took it because I want to see what this is like. That is pretty pog.
You didn't even use it.
I did.
No, you didn't use it yourself. That's the point.
Yeah, but no, but it also reduces the cast point.
Oh, hello.
Where'd she go? Oh, she's there. She's visioned there. She's got the okay. I can ulti this guy.
Time to go!
I'm going top and push now.
Who wants to come bot with me?
Actually.
Okay. Oh, do you want this? Toffee?
Yes, you are.
The invis rune there.
Yes.
Someone take. I'm selling my ball.
Sven is a bleak.
Oh, yes.
Psychic
that's my
head
item.
band.
That's
Come here,
me, that's
Sarah.
me out.
Watch it
Yeah,
out.
I'll give you the ball.
Good lift.
Lovely. Oh, there's another room.
Left.
Oh, there's also another here. What's up, you lads?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love lads.
Me, you fucking rat.
Oh.
You know what? Oh, he's got me. When I say he's got me, he's got himself killed. What's going on over here?
Oh, he's up here.
Oh! Criminal.
It worked. Perfection.
Combo players. Firing this in. I'll try for the side. Ow, this tower fucking hurts.
I'll heal ya, I'll heal ya.
Risky.
Oh, pet.
Your bottom tower.
That's actually a
is
pretty
under
pot
attack.
kill.
Right.
Hello, darling. How'd you get that? Fuck yourself.
Right click with my hook.
The enemy's
Give him ook!
has fallen. The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
Flash.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Same new game with Dota.
The enemy's middle barracks
And they're giving
has
up.
fallen.
My god, they're bloody giving up.
The enemy's middle barracks
There's
has
never in
fallen.
doubt.
Wow!
There's
Wasn't built last forever.
Down this.
Where's the DD?
Orb of corruption.
Double damage.
What's the time on this?
took it fine.
Lad. My god, she's fast, isn't she? Oh,
These guys taking.
The enemy's bottom tower has
I
fallen.
think they've given up. Can we come hit the tier 3s, guys? Serious well.
Cookies not done.
Way around
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
What? You said tier
Why is it
3s.
wet in here?
Oh, tier 3s are in tier
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
I think we got him.
another dude.
Structures are fortified.
Oh, I've been hit by a rock. No!
well.
There's a gem. Oh no, it's courier. Right, we're trying.
Oh, I has wood.
My god.
What a game with those two.
Oh.
The DC point in the game. For sure, sign of tilt. Hooked over for dinner?
Nope.
What?
Get fucked. Easy. Easy.
What the fuck? Cannot believe I didn't get it.
I love how devilishly low our ranked core MMRs are now, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's great, isn't it?
Right, cheers, lads.
That's amazing.
I will see you manana.
MP?
Good games.
Okay.
Peace. Alright, thanks for watching tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed the CSGO in-houses. Cock was great as a stand-in caster. I thought he did a fantastic job. Lovely lad to chat to. Just a top lad. Riley's just a lovely bloke. Met him in real life at London Sub Jam 20... I want to say 18. It might have been 2019. He was just a really nice guy. And good dotes in with the boys. I will see you lot tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace out.